Hi, I'm Shaka Hislop, and you're here at Extra Time TV.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of the live stream. As you can see, I'm in. I came in a little bit earlier, folks, as promised. I tried to set things up really good. So, first of all, welcome to the live stream. I got a formation for you all, as you can see here. I'm trying to make the live stream very pretty. So, welcome for those of you who came in for the pre-match chat. I see there's already a whole bunch of viewers in there. Candice, Farmers Argentina. In case you're wondering, my hair did not get white. Stressing about Trinidad Tobago. I tried something out today, folks, and I'd like to say a special thank you to my barber Ronaldo in San Fernando. Excellent work today. Radical Cuts, San Fernando, folks. Check him out. He rescued me once again. This is very erratic, and I'm trying to look a little decent, folks. So if you're just joining us, we're a couple minutes away, 11 minutes and 50 seconds away from the kickoff of the crucial matchup between Curaçao and Trinidad Tobago. So if you're just joining us, welcome. To those of you who have been here before, welcome back. To the new people, I hope you enjoy this. Be sure to like and subscribe, drop your comments, click the notification bell below. And I try to improve it a little bit, folks. So you can see I got the formation from officially from the TTFA here. This is the reported formation. So, hopefully you can tell me how it looks. It looks so far as if it's going with a 5-4-1. But in the past, I've seen formations reported, and it's different. So I did a lot of work to try to get this up and running, and I'll hopefully do a good job when it starts. So I'd like to say welcome to everybody for joining this. I've been seeing the support I've been getting. It really helps. It's very humbling. It's a lot of work to put these things together, so the support really helps. And I'm seeing a lot of viewers coming in. So it's going to start in 10 minutes and 50 seconds. And for folks, if you don't know, this is a must-win game for us. We could sit down and discuss tactics and so on afterwards about what we should do, what we need to do, but we need to win. It is what it is. We are very close. We've been having a lot of videos. We have my match preview, which a lot of you checked out, and if you all didn't, you all could check it out after the game, because the game is going to start now, to hear my thoughts. Truthfully, I think, if we could get away with this with a hard-fought win, of course, in the ideal scenario, folks, I would love if Trinidad Tobago comes out with a comfortable win. But also, before I continue, when you like, subscribe, share, comment, go on the live stream, follow us on our socials and so on, that automatically qualifies you for this jersey here, folks. This is the red. I think it's a large size because it was very difficult. I did promise this at the beginning, and this is good to see the kind folks of Sportway. Mitra and those guys were kind enough to give us this, and I really appreciate them helping us out. Great store, great place, great product. So we'll do a random draw, because there's been a lot of people. I wish I could give out more prizes, but I can't. So I'm seeing a lot of people coming in already, so I'm going to start answering some questions before we start. Welcome, Oran Hernandez. Welcome to the live stream. It's a great 11. Yes, I think so. I could see if this is what he's going to go with. He's definitely going to try to counter-attack and play with speed, because we have the players to play really fast. It's a very clever formation. This type of formation could go from very defensive to very offensive. I know a lot of people look at it and be like, why is he playing 5 at the back? Is he parking the bus? And no, it can be, I call it a transforming bus. You can transform into a bus, Muhammad Ali, be defensive, and then you could strike, if done correctly, with a lot of players, especially if the team pushes further up with a very counter-attacking style. Kingly Ledge, listen, welcome. I appreciate you are a regular follower and always welcome from Jamaica. And yes, they do have a good starting lineup. Clint Brewster, welcome. TDNT must win, correct. Nick James, let's go. Correct. Let me set up my screen behind, folks. I'm going to set this up for you all so you could... I made this background for you all. Just letting you all know. So, maybe I'm not very good at... Sometimes it goes to a screensaver mode. I don't know why that happens. So I'm going to try to set that up so it plays throughout the entire thing. Looks great. Fareed Hussein, good evening, guys. Candice looks great. Good. I hope I'm sounding okay. And in case you're wondering what's going on with my hair, it's not because I'm stressed out about Trinidad. I just decided to be crazy and try something new today. And like I said, I like to say a special thank you to Radical Cuts. I always have to do last minute shoots and whatever, and I discovered them online. I googled, found them, and they were great. Excellent service, San Fernando. For those of you familiar with San Fernando, it's at the entrance to Naps Girls, where it used to be a gas station. Great guy, Ronaldo, helped me out again and made me look a little decent. I was looking a little bit crazy. Trev, nice job, Andre. Welcome, Trev. Kingly Ledge, only a win over Curaçao will be good for we, but I think a draw will not be good enough. Yeah, a win is the ultimate thing. I'm trying to I don't know, dampen my expectations or control them. So, we could see, because I've been in a lot of these campaigns before, I would like a win, of course, but of course, we'll see how it goes. Fafa Enisa, am I pronouncing that correct? Where can I see it for free? So Fafa, if you're from Trinidad Tobago, if you have cable, it's on Rush Sports. I think it's on Flow. And if you are on YouTube, you could go to the Concacaf channel and you could take a look at it there. So that's the only. If you're going to look at it if you're from Trinidad, it's blocked. So you have to get a VPN. For people internationally, I'm not sure. So the international viewers out there, I know there's some people from France, UK, Canada, even Qatar and other places. Let me know. And let me know where you're from. If you're not from Trinidad and Tobago, let me know where you're from. Clint Brewster. So according to the lineup, Molino's on the bench. As you can see here on the screen here, I did a nice graphic, folks. I hope it looks good. I even got the faces in there. When I have to change the substitutions, that's tough, but I'm going to try my best. So it seems like Kevin Molino on the bench, and Malik Khan, according to the starting lineup I got from the TTFA, is going to be there. So that's a reported formation. I'm guessing Khan replaced Yates in a more creative role. We have Rampasad in there. I guess he took out Phillips because we're playing this type of formation. Of course, we have Spicer and Sealy on the wings. So maybe at some point in the game Molino will come in. Where am I? So many comments. I'm really appreciative. 146 viewers, folks. I love this. And folks, before we continue, I'd like you all to, everybody who's in here, be sure to like, subscribe, share, comment, follow the socials. And I'll mention this in case for people just joining in. Because when you do all those things, also follow on Instagram and comment, and that really helps. You automatically qualify for a chance to win this. Courtesy from the kind folks of Sportway. Mitra, and they donated this jersey. And I'm going to give it to the winner. I promised it. I had a hard time getting one. I had to buy this black one, if you can see it, from the stadium. I fell back down. So, when you do that. And also, a lot of people have been asking me to do this. I'm going to, in between while they hype, everybody's hype about Trinidad and Tobago, I was asked, I do a lot of gaming. I will go back. This is the 2006 World Cup game that Trinidad was in. I did play during the pandemic this particular game with Trinidad, and I was actually getting to the World Cup final and my computer crashed. So a lot of people are asking me to redo this and redo it live, and we have some fun with it, so I will. Let me know what you think about that. So continuing, let me read some more of these comments that are flying in here, folks. Let me read those comments. So I'm going to scroll back up. Is Molino. Kelvin Thomas just blaze up something. Okay, I don't know if I can read that on YouTube, but I understand what you're saying. Our ancestors in the fourth dimension are saying we will take it 1-0. Kelvin, I hope so. I hope so. Sean Doyle, we will win. We go in World Cup. Trust in fate, just like 2006. We all hope so. We all hope so, Sean Doyle, and welcome to the live stream. Kutan Charles, good night. We have to win tonight. Yes, correct. Kingly Ledge, Molino in substitute. Yeah, correct. Absolutely. Kingly doesn't mess around. Kutan Charles, no joke about that. Interesting name. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this correctly, and I want you to tell me this. Zymina Williams, welcome to the live stream. I really want to pronounce your name correctly. So the game should be starting pretty soon. So I want to make sure I get my clock, because last time it was a little out of sync with my stream. So I'm going to ensure that it's ready this time. And let me get that really quickly while we're talking, so I could have that. So I'm all set here. So the game should start any minute now, at least on my feed. There's some ads in here. So the players are still coming on the pitch and so on. So we have a couple minutes as well. So I'm going to read some more comments. I want to make sure I pronounce his name correctly. So, Shimena Williams, Ximena. Folks, you could tell me how to pronounce that. I want to pronounce everybody's name correctly. Ricardo Almarales. The engine room is in our midfield. Correct. We definitely need to neutralize that middle. I gave a lot of praise to Rampersad and Philip for that physicality. We need that to balance the creativity and have that nice fluidity and linking in the midfield, because that's an area we suffered a bit in the past. Miguel Fernandez Sanchez, goal, Levi, oi. Welcome to the stream. Bienvenido. I know one or two words in Spanish. I wanna try to learn Spanish, and folks, you could let me know, what you all think. I was told to put up a subscription goal, so you guys can put it on the screen. I may put it up just now, so you all could see how the subscriptions are help. I'm seeing Sean B subscribed. Welcome. I appreciate that, Sean. And within the last, I actually see Sharkman121, Randy Trotman, and Ronnie John. I'm seeing subscriptions. It really helps the channel a lot. It allows me to continue to do this for you all with the support and feedback. And folks, before we get into the game, I would like to let you know that based on some discussions with people and you all, I'm going to have a weekly live show. I'm not going to overcommit and have a show every day because it's very difficult. Where I just summarize things in football, the Caribbean, as best as I can. Trinidad and Tobago, of course, because I'm here, but I have no problems talking about other things. It's going to be live. I'm going to try to keep it at 30 minutes. So I will have a show every week with, various topics. And we can talk about international topics as well, because we know football, we all love our international teams and club teams and so on. So let me know what you think about that. It'll be a weekly show. While the streamers are here, let me know what you think. And, it will be called EXTV Live. It'll be just like this. We'll have the topics on the side. So moving along, I see Jackie starting tonight. Yes, correct, Jaren Jackie. Folks, if you don't know, I actually have a rare interview with Jaren Jackie years ago when he was still playing high school football, when we first started EXTV. It's on our channel. I will try to put a link up in the description afterwards, and you all could check that out. So we've been around, folks. Kingly Ledge, yep. Miguel Fernandez Sanchez, goal. Oh, I saw that already. Kingly Ledge, Molly Khan is in, correct? And a lot of you have been asking for him. So on the screen here, I'm seeing the players doing the anthem. I hope you all are seeing the same thing. I won a FIFA game from you some time back. Oh, wow. Nice, Trev. Which FIFA was it? I think I remember you, though. I think we took a picture and so on. But let me know. So I see the players are doing their lineups and so on, and anthems. I can't play any audio or video because for copyright reasons, of course. Kutan Charles, is the audio low? Is it just me? Folks, let me know if you're hearing me okay. I am stepping away from the mic sometimes. I hope the audio is okay. My levels say it's okay, but you all could let me know. Everybody in the live stream, let me know if you're hearing me okay. It's really important if you're hearing me okay. Kerwin Monroe. Sorry if I butchered your name. Welcome to the live chat. Trinidad have to win. Correct. Absolutely correct. Kingly agreed. Niala Balgobin, good evening. I'm looking forward to seeing Mr. France in the studio with you one day. Furry Mr. France. Oh, I know exactly who you're talking about. And maybe I will, if he behaves himself. Welcome to the live stream, Niala. Shaquille Daniel, we want to see it live. We can't show it live, unfortunately. First of all, welcome. For copyright reasons, we can't. If you want to see it, it's on the. If you're from Trinidad and Tobago, it's on the YouTube channel, Concacaf YouTube channel. You have to get a VPN to watch it because it's blocked here. If you have cable, you could look at it on Rush Sports. Internationally, I think Concacaf has a page you could pay for, and people who are outside Trinidad and Tobago. I know we have people from the US, Canada, UK, France. Let me know you guys are looking at it. So people who are just joining in the live stream, like I said, be sure before you get started, make sure and like, subscribe, click the little notification bell at the bottom of the video. It helps. Follow us on all these socials because it qualifies you folks. Drum roll to win this. The red Capelli Trinidad and Tobago jersey. It's medium. I will try to get some signatures from some of the guys. I can't get all, but I will try to get some. And you automatically qualify for a chance to win this. I wish I had more jerseys to give away. But as you can see, it's still in the plastic. I don't want to touch it. Of course, if I'm getting the autographs, I'll have to open it. And before the next home game, I will announce the winner. So you can stay tuned for that, folks. So, yeah. When you like, subscribe, you automatically qualify for a chance. It's very difficult because you guys have been making it very difficult because so many people have been supporting. Ricardo Morales. Am I pronouncing that correctly, Ricardo? Let me know. Molino needs a half. Yeah, I think so. I think Volino's experience will be very handy in this game. Kingly Ledge agreed. Smash the likes, people. Correct. There's a lot of comments. Ooh, I need to go back a little bit. I'm going back. I jumped up, jumped down. There's a lot of comments, and I really appreciate that, folks. If you're just joining us, the game is going to start any second now. This is the watch along. I'm glad that you are choosing to join me and have some fun with it. Smash the likes, people. Rick's Empire. I appreciate that, Rick. Shaquille Daniel, TNT all the way. Kevin Monroe, we need to play good football tonight. Niala Balgobin, Vamos Argentina. Correct, folks. I love Argentina. It's no big secret. They're going to play just now. It takes a lot for me to be doing this and the Argentina game. So they're showing the lineups. Curaçao is playing 4-3-3. So let's see if the reported formations were correct. It'll be a headache for me if I have to change this formation now, but I'll try it while the game is going on. So it's 4-3-3 for Curaçao. Yeah, it looks pretty straightforward. I guess they're going to talk about Trinidad Tobago now. Let's see what they're going to do for Trinidad Tobago. So the players are coming out. Kevin Monroe, we always have to keep to the bone. They're showing the referees. Levi Garcia is the captain tonight. Rod, Andre, how are we feeling? You know, I am quietly optimistic, but you know, I'm tempering my expectations. And folks, let me know what you think about this stream. I tried to do this, make it prettier each time for each stream, to make it as fun and engaging and as much information as possible for those who can't see the game. We should have started paying. A lot of people suggested that. So maybe there's something behind the scenes that we didn't see. So I guess we'll know. So the game hasn't started yet. I will try to get my clock in sync because it was off last time. So yes, I'm going to continue. K, welcome K. We should have started. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I agree. Rods, how are we feeling? I feel like I'm reading some of the comments twice. We're taking all 3 points. Shaquille Daniel, welcome. I hope so. I really hope so. We need to. Roger Walcott, let's go Soca Warriors. Press high. Don't give them time on the ball. Okay, so I'm seeing the formation is correct. So I'm going to have to make a... oh, yeah. Okay, I think it's correct. I have it correct. It's 5-4-1. And I think I have it mostly correct. With Cardines, the back three of Henry, Jackie, and Trimmingham. And we have on both sides Raymond and Cardines and Celia and Spicer. So far correct. So I want to make sure I get my clock correct, folks. So I'm going to try to do that. So I'm going to keep an eye on the clock, folks. I'm going to read. All the players are huddling, doing their talks. Red, Shaquille Daniel, red, black, and white all the way. Correct. Roger Walcott, let's go Soca Warriors. Press high, don't give them time on the ball. Welcome, Dayron McKay. Can anyone help me? I'm on a Concacaf website, YouTube channel, but I don't see anything. So they've blocked it in our region, Dayron, and welcome to the stream. Yeah, you're going to have to get a VPN to watch it. It's annoying. I don't know why that's the case. We can't, Trinidad and Tobago fans can't watch it. So I see the referee going to start here. I'm going to sync the clock up, folks. We're a couple seconds away from kickoff. I'm looking at the ref. I'm going to start my clock at the same time. I'm looking. And we're off. The game has kicked off, folks. We're 5 seconds in. And immediately, Curaçao tried to go on the attack. Trinidad looking solid. You know, it's a bit of a scrap in the midfield here. As expected, you know, both teams need the win. Levi trying to do a breakaway, but fouled. So if you're just joining us, folks, the game is 22 seconds in. Trinidad and Tobago, let me know what you all think about the formations there, folks. When there's substitutions, wow, that's going to be hard for me to do, but I will do it for you all. And, you know, give me all your thoughts on the live stream below, what you think about the stream and how it's looking. That's the lineup, folks, on the screen there. So there's a throw in. Trinidad is trying to get up the field, not sitting back, which is good. Trying to get the ball out wide to Dante Sealy. So they are advancing up the right wing, which is good. We don't want to sit back, folks. We're now going. I'll get to some of the comments just now, but let me just get into the game. So we are in the box. Levi is in, causing some trouble. Oh, we did have the ball. Levi pressuring up front. Unfortunately, I think... why can't I see? Why can't I see who that was? It could be... Is that Khan that slipped there? Could be. It could be. So yes, I'm going to read the comments really quickly. Ranks blessed. Dayron McKay, it is because I'm in Bonaire. Possibly, I think it's blocked in certain regions in the Caribbean. So you could try getting a VPN or the Concacaf website. I think there's an app there. Folks, you know, you can let me know if there's any other places. Ranks Trinidad, welcome. So Trinidad winning the ball high up the field. It's a bit of a scrap in the midfield. We're winning the ball high up. I think Malik Khan is on the ball in an advanced position. I'm seeing Spicer out wide. And he has whipped the ball in. We don't have a tall number 9, but Levi is playing at that false number 9. Crossed in, but did not meet anyone. But we are pressing really well so far. So we do have them pinned back a little bit in their half, folks. Curaçao attempting to push us back, intelligently pass back, Trinningham in possession. Curaçao attempting to press us back, Trinningham with a giveaway. But, good recovery. Trinidadian players are dropping back, so it's definitely a bit of a back and forth. Both teams trying to assert their dominance in this game. So that's very important. So if you're just joining us, folks, we're 2 minutes in. It's 0-0. Trinidad Tobago playing at 5-4-1 formation. Trinidad, both teams trying to start on the front foot. Trinidad are pressing up front. Curaçao attempting that long ball that we spoke about in the match preview, trying to get in behind the defense. Malik Khan trying to nick the ball to Levi Garcia. So it's a bit of a scrap here. And the stream did glitch a little bit there. It did glitch a little bit. Okay, it's fine now. So we do have the ball on top there. On top of the box, probing for an opening. And I like this. I like that, Dwight Yorke always said this. He's trying to make the team more proactive. And I think balance is the key. I mean, you don't want to attack and concede. So, there's both sides. Parking the bus or attacking too much. Raymond pushing up the left side. Curaçao doing enough to kind of cut the passing lanes. Slipping on the ball there. There's a call for a handball, but I think it was unintentional. So Curaçao doing their best to force us back. Raymond pushing up the left side, but Curaçao doing a good job. So the tactics are sort of kind of neutralizing each other right now. So I'm going to read some comments really quickly. Daron McKay. So you have to get a VPN to look at the game, and I'll try to help you in the meantime. Rondell longer than 30 minutes, at least 2 hours. Jamil Baker, the game just started. We're 4 minutes in. So it started 3 minutes ago. So folks, the game is on Raw Sports if you have cable in Trinidad and Tobago. We are causing a little bit of a problem up front for Curaçao. They have to force a clearance. We're pressing high up. So welcome Jamil and Clint Brewster to the stream. Let's see. There's a lot of messages coming in. Ronald Samuel, I'm inside. Welcome to the live stream. Let me know what you think how this game is going to go, where you're from. Rods, you're hearing me fine? Okay, thank you. Jamil Baker, Jamaican, supporting Trinidad. I really appreciate his support from the Caribbean islands. Bermuda, Jamaica. Even when we're on opposing teams, we support each other. And I really appreciate you all supporting the stream. It really helps. So drop those likes, comments, notification bell, follow the socials, all those things. It really helps. Also, we have the EXTV Media website. So I'm looking at it here. Dante Sealy. Something happened here. I don't know if it's a foul. So Jaren Jackie pushing up front. So those of you who like Simone Inzaghi's Inter Milan, we're playing that sort of formation. So we have a free kick. Cardines, all our players are in the box. The pitch is looking good, Arden. It's AstroTurf. So I'm gonna read the comments. Nakomi Webb, where can we watch the game? Let me just make sure the set play. Whipped it in, reasonably cleared comfortably by Curaçao. Curaçao attempting a breakaway, stopped by his own player. The referee stopped the game for some reason. I'm not too sure why, but it worked in our favor. Curaçao are arguing they could have had a counter attack. Oh, there's a handball. According to the ref, he's gesturing his handball. Folks, I wanted to say a quick shout out to Radical Cuts. They gave me a nice haircut to look a little bit decent today. Otherwise, I've looked like a caveman. So special shout out to them. San Fernando at the bottom of the Naps Girls entrance there. Great guy, Ronaldo. Check him out. So, I'm reading the comments here. Kingsley Webb, come on, Trinidad. Kutan Charles, I want us to humble Curaçao. Correct. I want to win really bad. Some nice ball control on the wing there by Spicer. From a difficult to control ball if you all are seeing it. But Curaçao doing enough to force him out of possession. So, we are definitely attempting to force them back, which is good. We are not allowing them to be comfortable. Curaçao, once again, clearly they probably listened. I hope they didn't listen to my video, but they tried a ball up front, straight up the middle, route 1 as they say it. Because they probably saw against the Bermuda game it caused some problems. So Yorke and they probably switch into the back 3, aka back 5 with 2 wingers, address that. So Cadine's going up the wing. Sealy having a very physical battle. It's very physical so far, folks. Very physical. Awfully physical. Rio Cardines, what a player he's been for us. He reminds me of a young Carlos Edwards. Carlos, if you're watching, good friend of mine. We worked with the women's national team together. He would probably be saying Andre. So Trinidad, Smith comfortably passing the ball around the back. No definitive pressure, but Curaçao is trying to force us into a mistake. Trinidad doing well so far to try to play out the press. Levi holding up the ball well to release players. Molly Khan whipping the ball out wide. I usually don't do this much commentary, folks, but it's a lot. And let me know if I'm sounding okay. Rick's Empire, welcome. That's my side to Argentina. Yes, we have a lot of Argentina fans in here, folks. Vamos! They're playing Puerto Rico tonight. They're trying on a lot of young players. I'll probably have to go watch a replay after this game. And folks, let me know if you, after the game, usually I do a reaction a couple hours after the next day. But a lot of people have been asking me to do my reactions after the game. Sometimes I take a rest. But I could do a reaction after the game if you all want. Just analyzing the game. Maybe I catch my breath. So all of you in the live stream here now, welcome. Like, subscribe, share. If you're just joining us, we're 7 minutes and 50 seconds in, and it's 0-0 in a must-win game for Trinidad and Tobago. Kingly Ledge going to kick off in 1 minute. Oh, the Argentina game. Okay, folks, you can let me know as well what's going on there. I'm fully focused on this. Ranks Trinidad. Let's go. Kingly Ledge, of course. Arden, the pitch looks smooth, of course. Clint Brewster, go TNT. Curtin Charles. Rodrigo Sanchez Guerrero. Hi from Mexico. I hope win for Curaçao. Well, listen, if that's the team you're supporting, I can't be angry with you. But, good luck to you. I'm supporting my country, Trinidad and Tobago. So, I really appreciate the support from Mexico. I have some family, Guerreros, but they're from El Paso. 758 Sports TV. Welcome, Nicholas Ramdeen. What's up, Nicholas? Welcome to the live stream. Let me know, Nicholas, what do you think about this game, Nicholas? Maybe they should call you up. You never know. If this is a Nicholas Ramdeen, who I think it is, he was the SSFL MVP. And, or if this is a brother, I don't know. You can let me know. Ryan Brown, let's go, boys. 758 Sports TV. St. Lucia, wow, welcome. So we have people from St. Lucia, Mexico, the United States of America, Canada, Jamaica, UK. Exciting, folks. So if you're just joining us, we're approaching the 10th minute mark. It's 0-0. Curaçao now have a corner, folks. So, one of the concerns people had in the past. Oh, and it's not a corner. It's a throw-in. My bad. My mistake. A lot of teams have been using this long throw-in. Let's see if Curaçao is going to do that. You could tell it's a pretty tense game. You could see the seriousness on the player's face. And it is a long throw-in. A lot of teams have been doing this. Causing a little bit of problems. The ball has fallen to the top of the box. Passing it out wide. Crossed in. Can Trinidad and Tobago deal with it? Not dealing with it well. Curaçao winning the header. I think Jaren Jackie getting a very good header there. And safely cleared so far. Some pressure off of Trinidad and Tobago. So we were having a little bit of difficulty, but they're holding out really well. I have seen an improvement in our ability to win aerial balls, but Curaçao did get an opportunity in there. Delacho, where can you watch the match? So Delacho, as I told everybody before, and welcome to the live stream. You could watch it on the YouTube Concacaf channel, but if you're from Trinidad and Tobago, it's blocked, so you have to get a VPN. If you're from if you have cable, you could watch it on Rod Sports on Flow, I believe. I don't know. And also, folks, in the live stream, why is it so difficult for people on Trinidad and Tobago to watch these games? Don't you think that's ridiculous? I don't think we're the only country in the world that probably has that problem. I could be wrong. And let me know what you think about that. So yes, so all are welcome in this stream. So it's very physical. Delacho, so I hope you can find it. Curtin Charles, Rush Sports, Line, they need to dump this pitch. Yeah, the AstroTurf is a problem. The game is getting physical. So I'm looking at a replay here. It looked like a soft foul on Sealy. But you could see the feistiness and the competitive juices flowing, Cardines, who I'm really liking. He's like a great fit for Trinidad and Tobago. I'm not taking away anything from the other guys. I've been really excited about his addition, and then when we get Alvin Jones back, that's great. Let's see, I'm reading. Athena, come on, TNT, we won the goal. I could actually hear you singing that, folks. Mark Wigan, big up TNT, straight from out of Jamaica. Welcome, Mark. And, greetings to Jamaica as well. Good luck to you guys as well. And I really appreciate all the love I've been getting from Jamaica. Nicholas Bramdin, yes, it's me, the brother. Right, yes, because Mark is the brother. So Nicholas, Are you and Mark looking at the game? So, folks, Nicholas Ramney's brother was actually the MVP at the SSFL, and he played at youth level for Trinidad Tobago, and he did really well. And you could do some research. Head over to extvmedia.com. We have some videos on his brother who has been really great. He's playing in the local leagues, and who knows, he may break into the national team. Very short, when I say short, diminutive, South American style dribbling, very strong player, and hopefully his career gets him into the national team. He has the talent, recognized by many people. Ainsley Ahi, pleasant evening, Andre and everyone. Am I pronouncing your name correctly? Ainsley Ahi. Ma the one, come on Curacao. Welcome Ma the one. I assume you're from Curacao. Let me know. Of course, I'm supporting my team. Chelsea Duncan, good luck TNT. Mark the Shark. Welcome, Mark. Loyal supporter of Extra Time TV. Every single video since the beginning, Mark has been one of the biggest supporters when we first started. Jared Rigo. No, I had trouble finding the Bermuda versus Trinidad game the other night. So, folks, it is very difficult. So, Spicer getting the ball in, but, cleared by Curaçao. So, we're 12, approaching the 13 minute. It's 0-0. Trinidad in possession. Keeping the ball relatively comfortably in the middle of the pitch, assessing, probing, looking for gaps. Levi forcing a foul. Levi is very great in addition to his ability to take on players. His physical strength to hold up the ball and release the other players is vastly impressive. I know a lot of people said he should play on the wing, but at this particular time, he's doing a great job. I think Obikwu is the substitute number 9. So we do have a free kick in the 13th minute, folks. All of you, whatever rituals you like to do, FIFA controls, pretending to score, let me know. Lyndon Murray, let's go. Akil Figaro, hey, how can I watch the game? So I will explain in a few minutes. Akil, welcome to the live stream. Ariana Mustafa from Canada. Wow, so Canada as well, Canadians. Ball whipped in by Cardines. Wow, that was close. That was close. We almost opened a shot there, folks. Kobe Henry getting on the end of a Cardines delivery. I don't think it was offside. Doing really well. Just wide of the post, folks. Just wide. That's crazy. Sarala and Saraya Narain from Sherwin Narain. Welcome, all three of you, if you're watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share, and comment, and follow all the socials as well. It really helps. Click the little notification bell, because I'll tell you why in a moment. So Trinidad once again having an opportunity. Dante Silly trying to get the shot off, but stopped. So far so good in terms of how we're playing. We look a bit more confident. Very good tackle. I think that's Jaren Jackie high up the pitch. I see Dwight Yorke is applauding it. It's a hard but not a bad tackle. I see the Curaçao fans are complaining about it. So let's get a look at the replay here. So he comes in. Very strong tackle. Definitely causing the number 7 for Curaçao some pain. But I like the aggressiveness. For those of you who are familiar with Simone Inzaghi's Inter Milan, I could see a similarity in the approach to this game. So I'm going to continue reading. Mustafa Abdul from Canada. Welcome. And, welcome. Thanks for watching from Canada. Lime Rio's crosses have been solid. Yes, he's been solid defensively and offensively. He fights for the entire game. And something a lot of you mentioned in the comment section in our match preview, we can check out after the game if you want. Dwight Yorke, there's an issue that all of us have been speaking about for years with Trinidad Tobago. And while it's not perfect, one of my biggest peeves, and Shaka Hislop and everybody else pointed it out, with fitness levels have always been a problem for us in Trinidad Tobago. We usually have a massive dive around the 60th minute, and that's when things go wrong for us. However, I've seen an improvement in that area. I mean, this game isn't over yet, but just from the last couple games, that the physical preparation is a lot better. And, if whatever they're doing with the national team and the preparation of the players, it has improved. Line Curaçao acting like, I know what you mean. Good tackle. I think it's a good, strong tackle. I know in today's football, it's very soft compared to back in the day. Hard tackles are mistaken for bad tackles. And sometimes I have this argument with maybe sometimes some viewers that, hey, just because it's a firm tackle doesn't mean it's a bad tackle. Of course, there are some that are really bad and reckless. Mustafa Abdul, I'm a Trini, have been living in Canada for 36 years, but Trini to the bone. Nice. I have a lot of Canadian family. Ball in the box. Is it offside? Levi Garcia with some amazing control in the 16th minute. I think it was offside, but definitely giving Curaçao a scare there, folks. Let's take a replay. Look at the replay. So it was a long ball from Trinningham. Levi controlling brilliantly, and Curaçao at the last minute. Okay, it was offside in the end, but, you know, that's very impressive control from Levi Garcia. Enough to put Curaçao on their toes. So if you're just joining us, folks, it's 0-0. I did some nice changes to the live stream, folks. You could let me know what you're thinking about how it looks, the formation, and so on. I'm definitely going to have some trouble in the second half when I have to change around those subs. So Curaçao on the attack, a very aggressive movement up the left side for them. In-swinging cross, Smith rushing out and grabbing it very well and confidently, because if he did not get that ball, you know, some keepers would punch that ball out, but he grabbed it. That could have been problematic. So Curaçao also playing on that counter-attacking way. You could see Dick Advocat there. Curaçao pressing up, high up. Winning the ball once more. Going down that left side. Whipping a cross in. And getting a shot, folks. Curaçao getting a cross and a shot in. They're going to have to do better than that and try to stop that cross, folks. That is not good. As you could see there, he was completely free on top of the box. Especially on that left side. So, of course, we don't expect to dominate the game for the entire game. So that would be Sherelle Florinas causing some problems on the left. Both times running up that side. Hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. And the table has just popped up. So Curaçao is on 8 points. Jamaica 6 points. If it stays as it is, Trinidad 5 points. If we draw. Of course, we want to win. A draw is not the worst scenario in the world, but we want to get that win, folks. TNT is playing 4-5-1 and plugging the midfield. Yes, correct. It was clearly a tactical decision, and it seems to be working so far. Neko Loco. Bro, watch the stream with us live. I can't find your link. Yes, you know, if you can't find it, you know, it looks miles off. From my angle, it looked close, but I'm glad it was off, Lime. Rods, don't wear out your voice again by reading all the comments. So far, we need midfield control. The left looks a bit shaky. I want to engage and have fun, Rods, but I understand. My voice did get worn out last time. It did. This is very difficult, but I love doing it. And you guys encourage me. Curaçao on the attack. Getting down the right side. A low crossing that hasn't been dealt with. Oh, no. The worst possible scenario. Curaçao has scored first in the 19th minute. One of the attacks... not good, folks. This is not good at all. I hate having to do this. So I'm updating the score here now. So Curaçao with a very efficient attack down the right side, getting the cross, and it was not dealt with. I need to see the replay to see who the defender was. And it is now 1-0 to Curaçao. Worst case scenario, folks. Worst case scenario for us. So it was crossed in. Cardines did not deal with it well. And yes, okay, so it was a deep cross. And they have been showing signs of getting in. And Cardines, oof, I was just singing his praises, was not able to clear the ball. And basically it was a free shot for Curaçao. Oh, wow. Not good, folks. Not good at all. This is not the scenario we wanted. We were playing on the attack. We were being offensive. And this is one of my concerns, you know, when you go on the attack. So Curaçao, we have a lot of time, folks. We're 20 minutes in. So, folks, if you're just joining us, Kenji Gore, the cross came in from the right side. It should have been dealt with a little bit better, I think. They have been getting in the crosses. However, Curaçao getting that goal. So, Vales Marchena, bienvenido. Welcome to the chat. 1-0 to Curaçao. So we have people from the chats. Andre Jones, shake my head. Well, yeah, Andre, you know, listen, you know, folks, we could have avoided that one. We could have avoided that one, I think. Vels Marchena, Espanol, no bueno, but I'll try my best. Welcome. Curaçao, 1, Trinidad, 0. So, folks, if you're just joining us, 20 minutes in, we have a lot of people from Curaçao in here. Ricky Lichberg, Polly, how can I watch the game? Velas Marchena, gracias. I appreciate that, although when you're opposing teams tonight. Curaçao, we need to keep pressing. Let's go, Curaçao. So, folks, this isn't good. 21 minutes in, we conceded a goal. We kind of saw that Curaçao was coming down the wings. A bit of petulance there by Jaren Jackie, pushing the guy. The referee using a little bit of common sense, not brandishing the card, but telling him calm down. Cardines, I was singing his praises, but he should have done better with the clearance, and they also should have not let that ball in. So there was a cross on the left side that caused us some problems before that goal, and then, on the right side. So it's now an uphill battle. Tatiana Pichardo, welcome to the chat. Curaçao, 1. Trinidad Tobago, 0. Bienvenido. Gracias. I don't know Spanish very well. I just know a couple of words. So as it stands, Curaçao now on 10 points, Jamaica 6, Trinidad Tobago 4. So this is not what we want, folks. We need to go for the win. We were creating, causing some problems at Curaçao, and just before that goal, they were creating some chances, and they have. So welcome Tatiana Pichardo, Andre Jones, Edo Ken, vamos. So we have fans from both teams in here, folks. Both teams. Welcome, Curaçao, Trinidad Tobago fans, Jamaica everywhere. Of course, I'm supporting my team, which is Trinidad Tobago. So Trinidad Tobago needs to calm down, not concede a second goal. We need to not concede a second goal, settle things down, and get back into the game. Don't just try to rush recklessly into it, but we do have to get... It'll be great if we could head into the second half with 1-1. Shot from out wide, I think from Spicer. Bit speculative. We did create a chance earlier from a set piece from Henry, it headed just wide. Mustafa TT is plugging in the middle, so Curaçao will use it. Correct. They found a solution. And listen, Dick Advocat is a tactical mastermind. He's been doing this for years, so he will find solutions. So in a game like this that's tactically tight, he will find solutions, and they did. They were going down forcefully down the wings, and having 3 at the back and those two wing backs are supposed to be able to neutralize that. However, they're managing to cause some problems. So they are moving up the wings. They are getting a lot of leeway up the wings, folks. Yes, I think he should have done better. Both all on the wing, and also I figured Cardines, if he got a clearance on that ball, it would not have been a goal. Lime Spicer. Trilones, let's go TNT. Cheers from Mexico. Bienvenido, Trilones, to the live stream. Espanol, no bueno. But welcome. Gracias. Is needed. Curaçao XG doesn't beat. Yeah, so I think I'm not overly devastated yet, but this is not great. This is a team. This is what you have to win these games, folks. This is where you show your grit and fight back. We're playing for a World Cup spot. They have to play with intelligence and show some fight. So they don't get too carried away. They shouldn't get too carried away and just try to get the goal and lose, but they should be, handling it all right. So Nafhoi from Curaçao. Bienvenido. Am I saying that correctly? Welcome. Jersey TV watching from Europe. Where in Europe are you watching it? Jersey TV. Let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Kingsley Ledge, come on. Gary. Oh, Curaçao Guan. So welcome, Gary Jeffrey. So I'm gonna go into the game sometimes and get back to the comments. So we have some Curaçao. We have people from all over the world, folks. That's very impressive. I appreciate that. So Trinidad passing the ball back, folks. 25 minutes in, 1-0. And like I said, this is not the ideal scenario for Trinidad and Tobago. That first draw is now coming back to bite us. You're correct. I'm seeing the comments here. I need to hydrate. My throat is dry. So we are trying to win the ball up front. Curaçao definitely going down both wings now. So we have to do a good job of shutting that down. So they are stretching. We try to clutter the midfield, but they're doing a good job stretching it and making one way. A shot. Oh my goodness. They hit the post. A shot from Curaçao, almost 2-0, hitting the post. So Curaçao has definitely figured out how to get through our crowded midfield. Spicer going down the wings for a counter-attack. In the box, crossing in, creating a shot, forcing a corner. So it's a lot of end-to-end action, folks. Curaçao forcing not a save, I think it hit the post. And then Trinidad and Tobago immediately counter-attacking. So Curaçao, clearly, Dick Advocat and his men have figured out that they can stretch the middle, get our crowded midfield stretched, and even do some 1v1s getting in between the lines and causing us some problems. So Spicer getting a good shot there, forcing a save. So yes, Florida IRL, welcome, bienvenido. welcome. I hope I'm saying that correctly. So we have a corner, folks. Can we make use of this? So Cardines, I think, is taking the corner, if I'm not mistaken. Drexel, welcome, Drex. I knew it was going to be a hard game. Yes, we knew it was going to be hard. We have to foot it. So this is where we see our character, folks. Cardines whipping it in. Curaçao clearing. I think it's Dante Celia applying some pressure. So we're going to have to find a way. Or Molikan, sorry. So we're going to have to find a way to really neutralize that midfield. Because after that initial pressure from us, Curaçao are finding ways to play out of our press, stretch our midfield, and get past the crowded midfield and get in behind our wing backs. Not good, folks. This is not good. So Dwight Yorke and his men are going to have to find a way to counter that. The ability to sometimes, with the player just run in between the lines, cause some positional problems. And like I said, Curaçao hit the post, so we're going to have to calm things down a bit. So Trinidad, the ball back to Smith. 27th minute, 1-0 to Curaçao, keeping things calm. So we have to be very careful because, you know, we could push for the equalizer, but look, we almost conceded that second goal. We have to be very careful not to concede that second goal, but not too careful. So, you know, this is where the game management comes in. Trinidad attempting to try to play through the middle, but Curaçao doing a good job at a selective press. They're not pressing us high up the pitch all the time. They are allowing Trinidad to come into the middle of the pitch and then press in certain areas. And then it's causing us difficulty in the middle. So the ability to kind of keep the ball in the middle is difficult right now. There's a foul. I'm not too sure who it's for. I think it's against Curaçao. A foul on Spicer. Didn't look intentional. Let me know what you think. Martin Curaçao. Bonbini Nafui. I'm not sure what that language is, but welcome. DMV's finest, we can do this. I'm not too sure what that means. Nafhui. I'm not sure what that language is, but welcome to the live stream. They believe that Curaçao team is so high. Can you let us see the game? We can't show the game on this watch along because of copyright reasons. I'm sorry. It's just, unfortunately, that's how it is. Clifton Ali Trinidad, a better team. However, our weakness is the coach. Yorke is being out strategized by Advocat. Simple as that. You're not up to World Cup level. Sorry to say that. Clifton, Dick Advocat is a top level coach and he has found a way to neutralize our press very quickly. I think it's at Molikan trying to get through a couple of defenders there but stopped. Trinidad trying to apply some pressure to Curaçao, but Curaçao have been able, at least in the last couple of minutes, to play through our press a little bit. Levi doing well to hold up the ball. We are trying to go back down the wings. After that initial pressure, Spicer taking on his man. The cross was not a good one. It goes above. Was that Spicer? No, I don't think so. Yes, it was Spicer. So he has to calm down and you know, keep playing their game. Whew. A lot of action, folks. Approaching the 30th minute. 1-0 Trinidad and Tobago. So, what do we do, folks? Tactically, what do we do? Dick Advocat and his men have seemed to have quelled that initial pressure, not pleasure. A speculative shot from Levi Garcia. I think maybe he should have rolled it off, but you know, he's confident in his technical ability to get a shot on goal, but we're going to have to try to ensure that we get the passing game back and take control of this game. We are away from home. We are playing on this AstroTurf. So this is where this team is going to have to show character, folks. And like I said, if the viewers, if you're joining in, click the like, share, subscribe, comment, all these things. It's a lot of action going on, so I'm doing more commentating. And in the 19th minute, a goal by Gorey from Curaçao. Trilonis, subscribe. Great work commenting. I really appreciate that and trying to interact with the live stream and so on. Trilonis, let me know where in Mexico you're from. I have a lot of love for Monterrey. I stayed there for about 6 weeks with the women's national team and supported Rayados. You know, very good team. So I'm reading the comments here. Blackheart man, I guess the final score 2-1 to Curaçao. And Scully channel, let me see if I guess right. Yeah, Scully is great, man. Great channel. I'm glad we have all these people so we could look at multiple content. I would love for us to win. The analyst in me says it was always going to be difficult. Of course, the fan in me wants us to win. Gerard Noel, welcome. DMV's finest from Chamfleur Mount Hope. Nice. Very nice. Welcome. Gerard Noel. So, folks, if you're just joining us, I'm going to ask everybody kindly to click like, subscribe, share, click the notification bell, follow all the socials. Because when you do that, folks, you get this jersey, the home jersey, donated to us by Sportway and Mitra. So, we'll be having our live draw for that. Before the next home game, we'll announce the winner. So, we have lots of different content. So, Curaçao is on the attack. Trying to go out wide again. There's a lot of disruptions going on. The ref blowing the whistle again. I'm not too sure what's going on. They need to retake the free kick. What's going on there, folks? Trilones, Baja California is the name of my state. Very nice. Welcome. Darkside, welcome. Polly, if you can't in your country, Drex, the hardest thing for Levi is to shoot from outside the box. And that is Curacao team needs to be humbled from Lime. Yes, Jersey TV. Are you seeing it on ESPN Live? And also, where are you from, Jersey? I know you said you're from Europe. Let me know where you're from. Theophilus Alfred, Go TNT, coming out from Canada. Did I pronounce your name correctly? Robert Thompson, Jamaica/USA. Trilones, I am also from north of Mexico, but northwest Baja. Nice, very cool. Welcome. I really appreciate people from all over watching the stream. This is a great game, folks. Wilma Gregory, please let us see the game with the real players. Unfortunately, we can't show the game on the live stream for copyright reasons. So there's a yellow card, a bit of a scuffle here for Sealy. Sealy's usually a calm guy. So let's see what's going on here. I'll get back to the comments soon, folks. If you're just joining us, it's 1-0 in the 33rd minute. There seems to be a foul, very contentious. To me, it didn't look like anything. Oh, no. Afterwards, okay, so both players tackled each other. Their feet got tangled. I think the Curaçao player with a little bit of play acting there. A little bit of play acting. Because Dante Sealy is generally a very cool guy. And you could see he wrapped his legs around the player. So Dante Sealy getting a yellow card. And Dwight Yorke, you could see on the sidelines, is trying to, I guess, explain to the ref what was going on. I think that's a bit of a silly yellow card. So it is getting heated, folks. And, of course, the stakes are high. Curaçao could essentially seal in a lot of ways top spots and potentially qualification. Not mathematically 100%, but, this is a great result for them as it stands right now. So the players are kind of catching their breaths. Yorke is having this conversation and speaking to the refs on the sideline, the fourth official. I don't think that should have been a yellow. I think it's a little bit of embellishment from Curaçao, but we'll see. So, yes. It seems like it's definitely going to add on some extra time. Yorke turning on a smile there and kind of finessing the linesman there, just smiling and telling him go back. So for those of you who want to watch the game, like I said, it's on the Concacaf YouTube channel. It's blocked for people from the Caribbean and Trinidad Tobago, apparently. So you have to use a VPN, or if you have cable, Rush Sports. I saw somebody said ESPN Live. Folks in the comment section, you could help out if you know elsewhere. And there's some people from Europe in here as well, Canada and Mexico. Let us know where you're looking at the game. Florida man IRL trying to bribe with pretty smile. He's trying to finesse the linesman. So we're out wide here, Trinidad on top of the Curaçao box here, trying to probe for an opening. A ball into Spicer, but to Rampasad, but not connecting there, folks. So Trinidad needs to settle down, not concede the game, and start to try to create some opportunities, folks. We need to start to create some opportunities. Folks, I really like in the live stream. We're building a community here, folks, and it's growing, and I really appreciate that. You could let me know what you're thinking about the stream, what you think about the formation I put up, over here. And, folks, drop those likes and comments, shares. All these things really help. Check out our content. So, I've seen the stream here. A lot of people are trying to watch the game. So in the meantime, we'll definitely, everybody just joining and have some fun with us here. And I hope everybody could watch the game. We're not gatekeeping. We want everybody to watch the game and also join in the live stream. So Trinidad with a deep run, but given away. So we are not connecting with the passes, and you could see some frustration in the players. Dante Sealy kind of getting angry with Jaren Jackie. And he kind of needs to be calm. Jaren Jackie is young. And they need to keep their composure. The psychological aspect of this game is very important, folks. I know we talk about tactics, but these are human beings. The ability to adapt and handle that psychological pressure in the game and just be able to do things. So Trinidad has forced a corner. Jaren Jackie, you could see he has a license to make attacking runs into the midfield and the attacking third, which causes problems. It destabilizes. Cardin's whipping it in. A scrap in front of the box. It was almost in, folks. It looked like it was almost in. Rampersad got on the end of it, but there was a lot of crowded players. I couldn't see what happened. So I'm looking at the replay. Cardin's whips it in. Rampersad getting it in and hitting the post, folks. It hit the post. Was it Jaren Jackie or Rampersad? So, Trinidad and Tobago can't take heart. We are causing some problems from set pieces. We need to get that goal, folks. So we need to be calm and not overly commit, but let's play our game. As I can see here from a tactical perspective, Jaren Jackie has been allowed, like most players in these types of 5 at the back formations, usually one centre back is allowed to foray forward and go into midfield and even further up if necessary. It usually destabilizes and forces players, into difficult decisions on how to mark. So clearly Jaren Jackie is that guy, and then it switches to a back 4. And that's the cool thing about formations. They're more about guidelines and interpretations of the formations and playing different formations. Even though you might see one, it switches when you are in possession and not possession. So Curaçao in possession on top of our box, cutting inside, trying to do some combinations. Well defended by Trinidad and Tobago. A bit of a 1-2 combination. Trinidad trying to release an attack. Well stopped. So Curaçao have been able to kind of disrupt the front 3 from kind of breaking away, folks. Right now we're not getting that fluidity we had in the first half. They're doing a good job of neutralizing us when we're trying to come out the back. So when we do have the ball in our possession close to our goal, they are pressing strategically and we're not able to get that fluidity. So we're relying a lot on speed, athleticism to try to get past some of the players, and we have to make sure and continue to just play our game. Levi, good press up front, forcing a throw in. So Trinidad, Levi, quick release to is that Andre Raymond up the left? I think so. Getting the ball in, very last ditch but effective tackle by Curaçao. I think Raymond, I noticed on that particular part of the pitch for us, players have been slipping. Spicer out on the other side. Curaçao actually doing a good job stopping us from passing the ball around in the midfield. So we are kind of resorting to going out wide. Cardines with a nice floated ball. And I believe, did we force a corner? I'm trying to see there. Is it a corner or a goal? Oh, yes, it is a corner. So good job there by, I believe it's Dante Sealy. Doing a good job holding out the ball. A nice delivery, getting over the midfield. So we have a set piece, folks. If you're just joining us, it's 1-0. Curaçao 1, Trinidad and Tobago 0. Cardines once again with a set piece. We have our players in the box. Let's see if we can make use of this. Gerard Noel, yes. I know, I can understand your emojis. And I'm reading some of the comments. I will get back to the comments. Trilonis post correct. Onstrats, welcome. Whipped in, folks. Direct header on goal. Oh my goodness, that was close. That was close, folks. We are getting some success from those set pieces. I didn't see who connected to the header, but it was straight at the keeper. You could see Dwight Yorke, flailing his arms around, exasperated. We have won the ball high up the pitch again. So we are creating chances from set pieces, folks, from the corners. We are winning those headers. Unnecessary giveaway there, folks. We did have a little bit of momentum there, and Spicer, I think, Raymond wasn't able to get on the ball there. So Cardines whips it in. Another successful header. Oh, the camera moved too quickly. I can't see who got the header, folks. But yes. Let's see. Did you all see it? Is that Rampersad again? I couldn't see, folks. It was all jumbled up on the replay. It wasn't the best angle. So Curaçao, that was a soft giveaway there. And if you know, I dislike this. I dislike when in games when players lose the ball, they stop and they do their arms like this. That 2 seconds, you're stopping to be emotional. A play could be created. So Cardines once again, floating a ball up front, trying to release, I believe it was Levi. So we're in the 40th minute. I feel like this first half just flew by. Curaçao trying to calm things down a little bit. So as it stands now, folks, if you're just joining us, Curaçao with this 1-0, 10 points, Jamaica 6, Trinidad on 4, Bermuda 0. So if it stays like this, it's pretty much we have to get our games, and we need a lot of things to go our way for us to have a chance to maybe get the second spot. But listen, folks, Trinidad has to really Trinidad and Tobago has to really step it up. This is a big game. Curaçao getting a lot of room down at the right side, but recovered. Curaçao double teaming Malik Khan there, trying to hold up the ball. It is possible. Now, Curaçao is playing a bit hot-headed and getting a lot of yellows, which could work in our favor. Andre, please comment on Levi got a throw and we were just walking towards. Yeah, correct. And this is what I was talking about. Let me read the entire thing. We don't want this game. I think Raymond keeps passing the ball behind Spicer and killing momentum. It seems our momentum has been thrown on. Curaçao is doing a good job to throw us off the passing game we had in the beginning. This is where the team has to show their mental composure. It's not just about tactics and physical strength, but your mind. You have to be able to manage the game, be able to understand I can't use the word, but the game, there's a lot of mind games in this game, folks. And you have to be able to play under pressure. Curaçao clearly are attempting to get under our skin. And, Trinidad has to be able to handle this. This is a young team. A lot of the players here have not played in a World Cup qualifying campaign before, but they should be able to handle this and handle Curaçao. But, their ability to understand what is needed in this game is very important. You attack, you show some urgency, but, with intelligence. And we're going to have to see this in the game. And that's what game management is about. I could see possibly, if things don't change, maybe the introduction of Molino, folks. What do you think? If it goes like this until halftime, what changes we need to do, if any changes? Danik Unhende, I'm not too sure what language that is, but welcome. Tough opponent. Correct, Ronaldo Strachan. So, trimming on with a clearance. I have to say, this guy, let me pull up the... So with a long throw-in, they're doing a lot of throw-ins. A lot of teams are doing this. Throw-ins are so effective now. I know there was a coach in Trinidad, a football person, who apparently made fun of, throwing coaches. So, Floranas, the number 5 for Curaçao, he has been causing us a lot of problems up that, down our left flank. He's been very aggressive, making aggressive runs, physical, causing problems, forcing us into following him. And now Curaçao, with a very long throw, has now forced a corner for Trinidad and Tobago. I think Jaren Jackie he's doing okay. Lime Molino would make it worse. We'll see, folks, that, Dwight Yorke will have to make some changes. I think they just need to calm down and keep playing the game, not concede that second goal. And, we have been creating chances from the set pieces. So continue to play a game, create chances, and, eventually get that goal. Remember, folks, we did create chances against Curaçao at home. And finishing was one of our problems that I highlighted in many of our previews. Of course, Bermuda, no disrespect to Bermuda, but I think that result was expected in a lot of ways. Bermuda did cause us some trouble. So in these types of games, we're going to have to score goals against these tougher opponents. So we're approaching the 45th minute. I don't know how much extra time we have left, but we'll see how it goes. Kevin, welcome. Curaçao better. At the moment, yes. Ranks, let's go. Mustafa, it's a goal kick. Kevin, I'm from Curaçao. Welcome, Kevin. Dante Sealy beating a couple guys. He has 3 guys on him. And it shows you that Curaçao, after the initial pressure, so they're indicating 2 minutes of extra time. But Curaçao, Dick Advocat has been able to try to neutralize the wings when we do get players. They have 3 players pressing our players strategically. So they're not pressing recklessly. They press strategically, intelligently, and they're forcing our players into forced and unforced errors. We're not being able to pass the ball as we would like. And, kudos to them for their tactical adjustment. Our game plan started off okay at first, but we are creating problems. So, for example, right now, Sealy's on the ball, but he was basically isolated and surrounded by 3 players and forced into a foul. So, that is something, Dwight Yorke and his analysts are going to have to look at. Jason Harrigan, we need to score in this half, correct? We need to not concede as well. Kids Aruba, welcome. Mustafa Abdul, 2 minutes. I think it should have been a lot more. I agree. There was a lot of stoppage for 2 yellow card situations. I was expecting about maybe 5 minutes. So that's questionable. I think it should have been 5 minutes. Quep, where can I watch this? I'll explain when the half is done where y'all can watch this. So once again, Trinidad in possession in the midfield. So Curaçao has clearly figured us out at the moment tactically. Once we win possession, we're trying to release the players, but they have been able to successfully, at this point in time, neutralize our front three. So our front three players are not getting the service they would like. So Curaçao now just kind of calming things down, keeping the ball, and we're not able to supply distribution to our front three, and they're resorting to 1v1s and using their speed to run past 2 or 3 players. So we're definitely going to have to get back some control of the midfield. Curaçao passing the ball comfortably around in the midfield at the moment. And is it extra? The ref has blown his whistle, so let me stop my clock here. So, folks, if you're just joining us, it is now the end of the first half. Curaçao 1, Trinidad and Tobago 0. I've seen a lot of people in the live stream. Kevin from Curaçao, you must be very happy right now. Welcome to the live stream. Trinidad and Tobago fans, let me know what you think. What do you think is going on in this game? What do you think we need to do? What do you think about the substitutions? I was planning to take a break halftime. I will probably go grab a drink real quick. But let me know your thoughts. Folks, and if you're in the live stream right now, drop those comments. Let me know what you think about what we need to do tactically. How are we playing? We have been creating chances from corners. We did create a couple half chances, but so did Curaçao. The goal from Curaçao, I think, could have been avoided. They made some attacks down the wings, bypassing our midfield press. And Cardines, I'm not going to try to pick on him, but he should have done better clearing the ball. But also, a lot more should have been done to stop that cross. And it was kind of looking in that direction. So I'm going to see if I could pull up some stats really quickly, if I could get that. So let's see. In terms of statistics, it is... Why am I not seeing it? I'm going to pull it up really quickly here while we're talking. So statistics-wise, according to... It's 51% for Curaçao, 49% for us. They had 4 shots versus 8. Of course, 1 on target, which was a goal. Interesting. We had 2 shots on target. We hit the posts, and we are causing problems on the set pieces. So we can't be too disheartened yet, folks. We are creating chances. However, towards the end of the half, we seem to have lost a little bit of control there. That ability to get the ball to our attacking players, they have been able to neutralize that. And Curaçao has been able to stretch, on midfield of 4, which turns to 5 and so on, and the 5 at the back, the crowded midfield, and get on the wings and also do some individual runs to get in between the lines that have been causing us problems. Number 5 for Curaçao, Florinas, Bacunia, and Antonius have been causing us a lot of problems down the wings as well on the other side. A bit feisty, as expected. So we'll see. Screenplay needed. I can't show the screenplay for copyright reasons. Kevin, stop dreaming. So I'm seeing some... I will get to the comments, folks. And there's a lot of comments. So the first thing I'm going to ask all the viewers that are in here right now, be sure to like, subscribe, click on the notification bell, check out the socials here right now. And let me know what you think about the new graphics I put up here for you all. I'm really trying my best to make it look really good. And I'm not just saying that for the sake of doing it. It helps the channel. It allows me to do what I'm supposed to do. And it automatically qualifies you for a chance to win this, folks. This lovely jersey here. The home jersey for Trinidad and Tobago. Courtesy Sportsway from Mitra and those guys. As you can see, it's sealed. I will try to get some autographs. And I will announce the winner before the next home game in Trinidad and Tobago. And I will try to get some autographs as well. Of course, if I do get the autographs, I'll have to break the seal. So when you like and subscribe, you automatically qualify for a chance. Because there's so much of you and there's a lot of people, I would like to give out more jerseys. I would have to do a draw. So I will do that. So look out for that. And also, folks, if you're just joining us, let me know what you think about the game. I'm going to read some of the comments in a bit. I'm just going to catch my breath a little bit. It's 1-0, folks. It's 1-0. This is not the ideal situation for us. It is not the ideal situation. It's halftime. I think Trinidad and Tobago needs to calm things down and get things right. I'm just adjusting my drinks here. So I'm going to read some of the comments in a couple seconds here. I'm just trying to pull up some stats. So let's read some of the comments here, folks. And let me know if y'all hearing me okay. So there's a lot of comments, folks. So I'm gonna scroll up. We have folks. We have a lot of people here, folks. You know, we have from Curaçao, we have from Europe, we have from Jamaica, we have from Bermuda. Of course, people from all over Trinidad and Tobago, USA, and Canada. Let me know where you're all from. So Kevin Archibald, too many loose passes in the final third. We need dominating possession, but nothing to show. Mustafa Abdul, TT cannot play the ball through the lines on the ground. Right now, no. Rods, it's not allowing possession football. Correct. They're doing a lot to disrupt us, folks. Rods, Kevin, let's go Curaçao. Of course, there's some Curaçao people out here. You know, kudos. I will be very respectful. You know, good luck to your team, but I want Trinidad and Tobago to win, so welcome. I see no control in the midfield. I think Cardines needs to be right wing back, to be honest. In a lot of ways, he is in this particular. When you play this formation, you have 3 centre backs and 2 wide players. And if one goes up, it switches to a back 4 accordingly. So it's a very flexible formation if done correctly. I really did not like how we conceded the first goal, folks. Let's talk about that. We were creating chances. However, leading up to it, they were getting past our midfield and getting down the wings, and it was a deep cross, and I felt both the wide player and Cardines, you know, great player, I love him, but in this particular case, he could have cleared out the ball. So we'll see how it goes. Trinidad has been creating a lot of chances in the I'm just checking my smartwatch here, in the opposing half in terms of set pieces. However, in the last couple of minutes, Curaçao has been able to neutralize that a little bit. We've not been able to keep the ball possessed, create chances, and we are resorting to wide balls and speed down the wings. Some shots from outside the box. So they're doing enough to destabilize our ability to, you know, pass the ball around the middle. While not ideal, I'm glad that we did not concede the second goal, because they did get a shot on goal. And, you know, SofaScore folks will give us some stats after the game. A lot of people have been asking me to do the reactions immediately after the game. Sometimes these live streams are really tired, and I usually prepare statistics. You know, we like to talk about stats and so on. So once again, taking a look at the stats, 8 shots for us, 4 for them. 1 on target for them, and they scored, although they hit the post. You know, 2 shots on target for us. We did hit the post as well. Very physical game, a lot of fouls. So, continue with the comments. Bathroom break. I'm so nervous for this match. Forza Curaçao. Florida, I hope we win, but, you know, I understand you're supporting your team. I'm seeing, you know, the Curaçao fans celebrating. Kevin, Curaçao is going to win. Rodrigo Sanchez Guerrero. Where are you from? Are you asking me where I'm from? Or you're asking other people in there? Let me know. I'm from Trinidad and Tobago. Although some people don't think so, but I'm from Trinidad. Trinbagonian. Kevin, I'm happy. I'm not happy. I'm a Trinbago fan. I'm not happy right now. Ranks, we will make 2 goals the second half. Listen, folks, for those of you who've been watching Trinidad and Tobago football for a long time, you know, you have to have a lot of thick skin. If we want to get to the World Cup, these are the games we have to win. We absolutely have to win these games. And, you know, we'll see how it goes. Kevin, yes sir. Jaren is playing as a centre back in defense. So yes. So usually in this formation line, in these types of formation, is one of my favorite formations. When you have those 3 centre backs, usually one is allowed to foray forward and get into midfield, and it usually disrupts the opposition midfield and defense when your centre back attacks. And if required, the other 4 guys could fall into a back 4, and you know it's Jaren Jackie is clearly that guy that Dwight Yorke chose for that, and I think he's doing okay. Yorke needs to change up some things in the second half. Folks, what do you think he needs to do? What do you think he needs to do in the second half to change things up? Let me know. Kevin Kingley, you know, stop dreaming. Naf Uy, Blue Wave, Ranks Trinidad. We're going to go for the World Cup. And we have to do it, folks. You know, as Andre said in our last preview, Andre Samuel, who joins me for the previews, these are the teams we have to beat, folks. Now that first draw against Curaçao in that first game is really hurting us now, because, you know, having that 6 points, a draw would not have been the worst result for us tonight. You know, but we have to try to get a result. There's no 2 ways about it. Let's not entertain that. We'll discuss the scenarios right now. But as it stands, Curaçao is on top. Kevin, Curaçao winning. Terry Mendez, tram line plays so the strikers could be served. Correct. Kingsley Ledge, Curaçao fans keep dreaming. A lot of comments, folks, and I really appreciate that. Long ball may be needed to avoid offside traps. We're going to have to try different solutions. So right now, I think they obviously, his analysts and so on, will be trying to solve that problem. Ricardo Almorales, Trinidad 2-1 TNT. I hope so. Florida man, Blue Wave. Kevin, stop spamming. It's not allowed. I mean, there's a lot of people in here, and if he's supporting Curaçao, kudos. But Trinidad Tobago fans, we're going to show that the EXTV fans are respectful and classy folks, and we can have conversations. But right now, we all hope Trinidad Tobago wins. Kevin, I don't know what you're saying, but you could translate for me. Ven, well, I guess Trinidad Tobago chance of the World Cup is done. Well, it's still a second half, Ven, so we'll see how it goes. Kevin, Curaçao going to win. Okay. Dwayne Dickinson, welcome. Whoever's midfield is doing their job, that team, they are correct. It's a midfield battle right now for us. We're not being able to distribute. Leopold Hilton, welcome. Inter Trini, Andre as Inter fans, we know well why you don't take your chances. It comes back to bite you. Correct, absolutely correct. I'm an Inter Milan fan. I love that team. That's my favorite club, and we do understand stress. Folks. And Inter Milan is a team that if you don't take your chances, it bites you. And to be honest, Inter Milan fan, Inter Trini, what do you think about us? Do you think this formation we're using right now kind of reminds us of Inzaghi? Even Christian Kivu for Inter Milan is using that same 3 at the back 5 formation. So we'll see how it goes. Kevin, easy win. I hope not. So why is Molino not playing? Did I miss some comments? There's a lot of comments. I think I jumped a little bit too far. Where is Molino? Kevin, do you speak Papia Mentu? I don't know if that's for me. I speak English. I'm trying to learn Spanish, folks. I know a couple words, but that's it. I want to be able to be very good at Spanish, at least maybe before the World Cup comes around. I do understand it, but speaking it fluently is a challenge. Curaçao going to win. Terry Mendez, new midfield players needed. Molino. Why is Molino not playing? Mark De Freitas, welcome. Curaçao strategy is very similar. Crowd the midfield and run on the counter. Remember, Belgium beat Brazil in the World Cup with that strategy. It's what the team with less quality does. Correct? That's exactly what they're doing. They are crowding the midfield, and our ability to pass the ball in the midfield and control, which has not always been our strong point. Against Bermuda, we were able to kind of do that, but they have been able to neutralize our midfield and stifle our attack, and we're resorting to kind of bypassing the midfield and trying to get off front 3 to use their pace and creativity, at least towards the end. So, we're going to have to take control. I agree with you, Mark. Kevin, Curaçao going to win. Florida. Hit the like button, folks. So, folks, if you're just joining us, I usually take a break at halftime. But be sure to like, subscribe, click the notification button below, and follow us on socials. Also, you have a lot of different content on EXTV's YouTube channel. We're going to create some members-only content, a lot of documentaries, because all these things help the channel continue going. It takes a lot of work to put these things together. So I really appreciate the support from everyone. So the likes, subscriptions, everything helps. I'm seeing people subscribing here. So Glenisha Grant has subscribed. Blackheart Man has subscribed. Gustav Schrills has subscribed. Shelly Hussein. Christopher Diaz has subscribed. Well, I really appreciate it. And Sean B. I really appreciate all these things. And folks, when you do that, I'm not just saying that. You automatically qualify to win this jersey. It's upside down. The home Trinidad Tobago jersey, which is the red jersey. It's large, and I will try to get some autographs sealed. Courtesy the kind folks of Sportway from Mitra and they. So you automatically qualify, and we will be announcing that winner before the next home game. So everybody out there, keep doing that. Folks, it is going to be an uphill task. It's going to be an uphill task for us, and we'll see how it goes. Also, I want to say a special thank you to Radical Cuts in San Fernando for giving me a last-minute haircut. The white hair, folks, I was just trying something crazy. It's not because I'm getting gray hair watching Trinidad Tobago football. I just, I tried something. I like to mess around with my hair while I still have it. So yeah, folks, let me know what you think. Check out Radical Cuts. I like a big shout out to Ronaldo from Radical Cuts. He has been very supportive and giving me these cool haircuts. Let me know what you think about the mark, folks. My beard was all crazy and I was looking all crazy, so I tried to look nice for y'all, folks. I tried to look nice for the live stream. What do you think? What do you think? Am I doing a good job? I hope so. I hope so. So it's halftime if you're just joining us. Curaçao 1, Trinidad Tobago 0. We're playing that formation. When we're going to do substitutions, it's going to be very hard. I'm going to be trying to do the substitutions. I'm doing a lot of things here, folks. I also have an injured arm. You can't see it, but I have an entire brace on here. I have a torn tendon. I think we're about to restart here. So I'm seeing Molino coming on. So I'm going to have to make some substitutions and Payne coming on. So let me get ready to restart my clock and also do substitutions. So I'm going to have to do a lot of substitutions while we're talking. I'm going to say Barbados. Curaçao, making some subs. So I'm going to try to start the clock exactly when it starts with them. And I will make make the changes on the formation on the screen just now, folks. So Curaçao going to win. Florida hit the like button. Ricky B, nothing is being fed to the strikers, correct? Kevin spamming is not allowed. We're winning. Kevin stop spamming. I guess, folks, Kevin is supporting his team. I can't be mad at him. So we're back. We're back, folks. I don't know. I may be a few seconds off. I'm going to try to see if I could get it correctly. I'm going to sync it up, folks. So I think it's correct now. I actually think I may be ahead by 1 second. So we're back. I'm going to do the substitutions while we're talking, folks. So, folks, if you're just joining us, the second half has resumed. It is 1 minute into the second half, and they made some substitutions. So Spicer is off for Molino. So I'm going to make the substitutions really quick, folks. This is going to be tough, but I'm going to try really quickly to do this while we're doing this. So Curaçao on the attack. Curaçao in the box here, folks. Trinidad doing a good job. So I'm going to try to comment and make the substitutions on the field while we're talking, which is going to be tough. So Molino is on. So I'm going to make that substitution. Molino on for Spicer. So while we're talking, folks, you can let me know what you think about that. So, like I said, folks, I'm really trying to juggle this thing here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get this done. So Payne is on. So if I'm quiet for a few seconds, folks, is because I'm updating the formations. So I'm trying to update the formations for you on the screen as we speak. It's very difficult, but I'm trying my best. Let's see. Kevin Molino is on as well. Save him. Okay. So it'll take me a couple seconds, but I'm going to get it for you, folks. I am going to get it for you. So Curaçao, while I'm talking here, trying to muscle through the midfield. So clearly there was some discussions at halftime. Let's do my updates here, folks. Let's do my updates. So I'm going to try to do this, folks. You won't believe doing this is very, very tough. But and then when there's other substitutions, it's going to be difficult. So there's a foul in midfield. I can't see who it is. 47 minutes. Curaçao with a free kick in the middle of the pitch here. So whipped out wide. And I will update the formations in a moment, folks, but there's a lot going on. Curaçao in possession. Of course, knowing my luck, when I look away at the screen, something will happen. So I don't want to look away. Curaçao whipping the ball in. Having some difficulty clearing the ball, using a lot of athleticism. Ball not cleared well. Curaçao are applying a lot of pressure like what we did. And, Trinidad, Levi, I think maybe has pushed out wide. I'm not too sure, folks. You could let me know what you think. It looks that way. But, let's see. Let's see how that goes. So, I'm going to try to make the substitutions here while we're talking. So, I'm going to make the changes very quickly. So if I'm really quiet, that's because that's what I'm doing. So Spicer, I want to make sure I'm getting the substitutes correct, folks, if you're just joining me. In case you think I'm quiet, that's what's going on. Curaçao are applying a lot of pressure on us. So let's do this. So Kevin Molino is on for Spicer. Is that correct, folks? Am I getting it right? Oh, yeah, there we go. So Molino on for Malik. Okay, so that makes sense. I'm going to change that now. I'm going to change this really quickly. It's going to be tough, but I'm going to try to do it. So Kevin Molino. I don't know why I did an American accent there. I'm going to have to get an assistant for this, folks. This is very tough to do during the game. Turned out getting some attack down the wings, but neutralized. So you should see Molino on now. And then the other substitution is Payne on for Dante Sealy. Interesting. So let's put that on there. So we have, I'm going to make that change really quickly. I'm trying my best to do this, folks. If I'm really quiet all of a sudden, it's because I'm trying to make these substitutions. So keep the comments coming. Let me know what you're thinking. So Darren Payne came on for Dante Sealy, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm going to change that really quickly on the screen. Dante Sealy. So we're doing this, folks. We're doing this. Let me know the formation is correct. I'm changing it while the game is going on. So I'll be quiet for a few more seconds because I'm trying to do this and talk at the same time. So Kevin Molino, I have to change his face to the right face. And Dante Sealy, I have to put on. Sorry, what am I saying? Payne, sorry. Darren Payne. We have to bring the pain to the opposition team. There we go. So I think it should be accurate now, folks. Let me know what you think. Are the formations correct? If you're just joining the live stream, I updated it. I'm looking on my screen here. I hope it's correct. I made the substitutions. So if you're just joining us, folks, we're in the 51st minute. Trinidad Tobago 1-0. I was really quiet for a few seconds then making the substitutions. Yorke making his move. Molino is on, replacing Malik Khan, who was a bit quiet in this game. And we'll see. The master, yes, world champion. Rondell, Trinidad continues to disappoint. So let's see if they can turn things around, folks. So Trinidad right now in Curaçao's half. Curaçao doing a good job at pushing us back. So Molino definitely has come on to use his experience to try to get something in the game and create and get some possession in the midfield. Payne has come on for Dante Sealy. Molino already getting on the ball here, passing the ball out wide. Very good tackle from Curaçao, forcing a throw-in on Spicer. So Molino is already starting to get in the middle of it, and we're going to need his confidence and his ability to create and get drop deep, get in those spaces, in between the lines, half spaces, and so on, and create. We're going to need that. So we have a corner, folks. Trinidad Tobago, so far we've been pretty successful with the corners. In terms of getting shots on goal. Ricky B, welcome. There's a lot of comments coming in, so I'll get to them. Whipped in. The delivery not meeting anyone. Safely cleared by Curaçao. Ball to Molino. Molino swinging the ball in to the far post. Curaçao forcing another corner, folks. So we are applying some pressure. We have had some success with the corner in terms of getting shots on target. The last one wasn't, delivery did not meet any of our defenders, and it was cleared. So we have another corner, folks. So we are getting some crosses. Welcome, Get More UK, one of our most loyal supporters. Welcome back. So a corner by Cardines. Once again, we're winning the headers, but not on target in this particular case. I'm trying to see who got on the end of that ball. Was it Levi Garcia? It looks like Levi Garcia. So once again, we are getting success winning the ball, but not getting it on target in this case. So, that is a little bit of encouragement for us. Molino has been able to create a bit more for us. So it's like a chess match, folks. So obviously, Dick Advocat is going to make his moves. And, he's an intelligent coach. Trinidad, we are starting to win the ball a bit higher up now. Kevin Molino has made a bit of a difference so far since he came on. I'm trying to read some of the comments. Yorke panicked too early. The young team was running and creating problems. He slowed down the game too early. You will see. We'll see. So we seem to be creating a little more. Getmore, I hope you're okay, brother. I appreciate that, Getmore. Getmore has supported me since the pandemic. And, I'm one of the most loyal supporters of Extra Time TV. Molino on for Malik. Yeah, that's crazy. When I was doing the spelling with the software here. I did it here. I hope it's accurate on the formation that I put on up there. I'm going to try to... there's a high ball over. So we'll see how that goes. I'm trying to make sure the formations are correct. If you're just joining us, folks, I got quiet there for a second. A long ball up front, so clearly, they tried to see what they did against Bermuda. And it seems to be ineffective so far. So it is now, if I'm pausing because I'm trying to adjust some stuff on the graphics here. We're 55 minutes in. Trinidad Tobago 1. Curaçao 1. Trinidad Tobago 0. We have been creating some chances. Get more. I'm here to support and enjoy. I really appreciate that, folks, and all the streamers in here who have been watching from all over. We had people from Mexico, Curaçao, Canada, USA, Bermuda, Jamaica. Get more. I think, get more. Let me know where you're from. 1:17 a.m. in the UK. Ezzy Valley. Welcome to the live stream. If you want to watch the game, if you have the YouTube channel, if you have YouTube, you go to the Concacaf YouTube channel. However, it is blocked in Trinidad Tobago if you are from Trinidad Tobago and in some places in the Caribbean, so you have to get a VPN. If you have Rush Sports, you can watch it there, but other than that, I don't know. Which is crazy, folks. Everybody in the live stream, I think it is kind of difficult for Trinidad Tobago to watch games. If you're just joining us, Curaçao scored a goal in the 19th minute from Gore. Right now, Trinidad is in possession. Molino is getting in those attacking areas, taking on players with a shot on goal. We have a chance here. Cardines with a shot. So Molino is causing some problems, folks. That confidence, he's displaying his fearlessness, his ability to take on players, forcing a shot. Cardines getting on the rebound, but well stopped by Curaçao. So Molino doing well, and we have another corner, folks. So we are putting in some pressure. Carlos Benjamin from Aruba. So we have people from all over the island whipping it in corner. Well cleared by Curaçao. We have been getting some success, but not goals. Cardines with a deep cross in. Curaçao doing good to secure that. So they seem to have kind of calmed down in terms of handling our set plays. We were creating some pressure. Forcing a giveaway here, folks. Cardines going down. Is he going to cross? Far post cross. Molino controlling well in the box. Spicer, goal, folks. Goal, folks. It is 1-1. Molino has come on and made a difference. He has come on, folks. He has created. And Spicer getting on the goal. I'm going to update the squad, folks. It is 1-1. I love updating the score, folks. Let's update that score. It is now 1-1. I don't know why I do a Red Dead Redemption accent for that. So, Molino has come on, created some problems to Curaçao, and I think he's showing true leadership. Forcing a turnover. Cardines whipping the ball in with some excellent control and composure, and Molino using his brain very intelligently to leave the ball to Spicer, because Molino could have easily taken a shot himself or pass it off, and Spicer with a ferocious laser shot, as we call it, into the box. It is 1-1, folks. It is not over yet. If you are just joining us, we are in the 57th minute. It is now 1-1, a goal from Spicer, a giveaway from Curaçao. So the tactical change has worked so far. We forced Curaçao into a giveaway. Molino being very, very important in that change of momentum in the last, maybe 10-15 minutes. So we have to be careful. We fought our way back in. And, kudos to Molino, folks. Using his experience and confidence to get in there. Forcing some errors on Curaçao and putting them on the back foot. So, we need to... We're back in it, folks. We're back in it. So, Curaçao are now making errors. We are forcing them to make errors now, folks. And do we take advantage? I'm seeing the comments there, folks. I'm going to get to the comments, but it's, it's a lot to talk, so... and do these things at the same time. So, I'm trying my best to do that. So, as we're in here... I'm going to take off the substitutes because it's taking up a lot of space on the team there. So, I spent a lot of time fixing the formation for you folks, and I hope you're hearing me. It's really good. Lime. Yes, so far the tactical changes have worked. Curaçao, a little bit shell-shocked. They're making errors, and we need to capitalize on that, folks. If you're just joining us, folks, it is 1-1. An equalizer from Spicer. Excellent work from Cardines and Molino. Molino with some excellent control, folks. That could have easily gone out for a goal kick for Curaçao. So, welcome. Nafhui. Hayden Sonilal, welcome. Hayden is a good friend of mine. Welcome to the live stream. Hayden, can we come back, Hayden? Hayden, make sure and like and subscribe. Hayden is a friend of mine. I've known since I was a kid. We played football together. He's also an Argentina fan, also a Trinidad Tobago fan. We have been supporting him for a long time. Hayden, it's 1-1. Can we get that crucial away result? Folks, there's no reason for us to fear. This is the big stage. We have to really try our best and get a result, and we're doing well to come back. And Molino is doing really well, causing problems, drawing a foul, and he has been able to sort of neutralize that problem we had towards the second half. And, kudos to the coaching staff of Trinidad Tobago to identify that and made that change. Molino has made a difference. We have been able to sort of take back the midfield a little bit. Darian Giuseppe, stadium need to be rocking for them 2 games in Trinidad. Yes, we'll deal with that after this game. Let's try to get a good result. We pulled ourselves back. Cardines has been doing a lot of... I've been very impressed with his deliveries on free kicks and corners. So we're whipping it into the box there. I felt as if Trinidad could have challenged a little bit more there. But kudos to the Curaçao keeper, who was great in the first leg. He did a great job getting out there, trying to kill some time, clearly. Room is his name. I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. So he's doing a very tactical move here, which is lying down and wasting time, which is what you do. When you're losing control of the game, you kind of roll around, let the team catch their breath. Obviously, he's looking to the sideline. So this laying down on the ground is him using his experience. You could see I'm getting a shot of Dick Advocat here, thinking about some tactics. Folks, everybody, let's keep it positive in the live stream. I know we have people supporting Curaçao as well. Everybody just giving their comments and supporting. So I like the little banter back and forth, but it's all love in here. So I know I'm supporting Trinidad. I know we have some Curaçao fans in here. Of course, I want Trinidad Tobago to win. Tanisha Mar, welcome, bienvenido. So yes, folks, if you're just joining us, so as it stands in the table, folks, Curaçao is now back down to 8 with a draw. Jamaica with 7. Trinidad on 5 points. So it's not gloom and doom, but we have to intelligently go for the win, folks. So far, we're seeing an exchange of tactics. I love the tactical side of the game, folks. You could see Dwight Yorke made some changes. The introduction of Molino and Payne has made a difference. Curaçao forcing an error there. We did a throw-in. I figured, we could have done a bit better there. So Molino is kind of gesturing to him. He should have thrown the ball to his foot. So we're seeing a replay of the cross there. Excellent cross by Cardines. His delivery has been good. Molino with even more immaculate control, laying the ball off to Spicer. And he got that goal. Drex, I just hope neither side parks the bus. I hope not. They're going to have to be smart. And this is where the game management comes in, folks. The game management. It looks like a foul there. Is that Molino grabbing his face at it? They're trying to physically muscle Molino. I think, let's see, I didn't get a good shot of it. So I'm seeing Oba. So Levi heads the ball back to Molino. It wasn't a foul. The ball just hit him in his face. So when Molino catching his breath. Oba is a guy who's actually helping with my shoulder right now. You can't see it, but there's a big brace here. Vastly affected my ability to edit. Molino is ready to come back on. Oba says you're okay. You're okay. So I'm going to read some of the comments real quick. Marlon Regis, welcome. But how this boy commenting better than any of our local commentary teams. So, wow, Marlon, I really appreciate the kind words. I'm trying my best. I'm doing so many things. I'm reading the comments. I'm juggling the graphics. I'm doing the audio. So I really appreciate the kind words. Thank you, Marlon Regis. Kingly Ledge, of course. Lime, love the press. People from Curaçao, listen, I can't be mad at you if you're supporting your team, but I'm supporting Trinidad. Marlon Payne. Curaçao clearly is trying to go at him. So, he did well to kind of usher the ball out, but Curaçao has forced a corner. But clearly they're going to try to attack. Ronald Samuel. Welcome, Trinidad Tobago. Press hard, please. Let's read this. Yeah, so we're going to have to be careful here not to concede a second one. A draw is not a complete disaster. But with the stakes here, we're going to have to intelligently go for the win. So we're going to have to neutralize Curaçao. Obviously want this win as well, so they're going to come at us. We have a set piece. Curaçao whipping the ball in. Smith not getting a hand on it. So far, the ball is in the... That should have been a foul, ref. That should have been a foul. Curaçao having a tendency... We were under pressure, but, Curaçao pushing Molino down, I think. And giving us a chance to get a little bit of a break. So I think I could see Russell Latterby on the sideline giving some instructions. A long ball up the field. Curaçao doing well to control the ball here. We seem to be winning the ball back in the midfield. But there is a battle in the midfield now, folks. There is a battle. Both teams trying to assert their dominance in the midfield. And this is where the game could be decided, folks. Both teams, Curaçao did have the momentum. Curaçao on the attack. However, neutralized by Trinidad Tobago. You can see both teams are trying to neutralize. And they clearly have identified Molino as a problem. And they're trying to get very physical. Curaçao with some very clever passing on top of the box. Payne. Getting a corner there. Is it a corner? Very good tackle. If he got that tackle wrong, it would have been a penalty for us. But Curaçao showing a bit of skill on top of the box there to kind of force some tackles from us. I'm seeing a goal for Argentina. Let me know who scored in that game, folks. I'm a big Argentina fan, so I'd love to know what's going on. Also, that's the other background, folks. I hope that changed. So once again, Curaçao. This is the 65th minute. Curaçao 1, Trinidad Tobago 1. We got a goal back from Spicer. Curaçao applying some pressure on us. We're getting a corner. It is a midfield battle. Whipped in. Trinidad so far dealing with the pressure. I almost said pleasure. There's no pleasure at all. There's a lot of jostling in the box. Curaçao forcing another corner. So we have to see Trinidad has to hold out and contain the surge of attack from Curaçao. We need to do that. So Curaçao naturally will attack. They're at home. They won the 3 points. Winning the header, but it was headed wide. So, folks, the dynamics of the game are very interesting because at the end of the second half, Curaçao did assert some dominance in midfield and were stifling us. Kudos to Dick Advocat. Then we made some changes. Payne and Kevin Molino was on. We got the momentum. We got the equalizer. However, now Curaçao is now attempting to try to neutralize that. So it's a lot of... For those of you who are fascinated by tactics, this is it. It's very interesting to see the response from both coaches. Smith with not a good delivery there. A bit of a giveaway. I hope this does not turn into a goal. Curaçao... Trinidad clearing it reasonably well, but that was a very poor delivery by Smith, giving Curaçao a chance. Very unnecessary. Trinidad not clearing the ball very well. Trimmingham, not a very convincing clearance. Splicing a lot of the clearance. Levi trying to put some pressure up front. And doing really well to put pressure and get a throw in for us. So we have to calm things down a little bit because Smith, that giveaway was a little bit unnecessary. I could see Yorke on the timeline doing that gesture to calm down. So Spicer equalized in the 58th minute, folks. And Gore for Curaçao scoring in the first half. Rampersad is down. I don't know if he's gesturing to come off. We're going to see who's coming on. Jaren Jackie is taking a look at him. So I don't know if this is the end of the night for Rampersad. We need his physicality. Maybe Phillips may come on. I'm seeing... So Oba and those guys are going on. I seen the Argentina game. Alexis scored. McAllister, home alone guy. Rick's Empire McAllister scored. That's great. McAllister is amazing. I remembered how, he was just amazing for the last World Cup and such a classy player. So I'm going to read some comments. I'm not too sure, Rampasad. I think Philip is coming on. So let me get ready to make my substitutions here. So I will make it. It hasn't been done yet, but we can see Philip's warming up. So Rampasad is that physical presence. Philip has been great. Maybe it may turn the tide physically for us in the midfield. So in the 68th minute, I'm going to have to change. And as you could see, and folks, you can let me know what you think about the graphics on the screen. Everybody in the live stream, let me know what you think. Like, subscribe. I'm seeing people subscribing. Smooth Cool 1024 subscribed. I really appreciate that. Thank you. So Andre Rampasad is coming on. So let me make that change really quickly. So Phillips is coming on in the 69 minutes. So let me do that really quickly for you all, folks. I get quiet because, folks, I am commentating, responding to questions, and doing the graphics on screen. I'm like an octopus. And I also have an injured arm, folks. So it's very difficult. So let me do that really quickly. Trinidad on the attack here. I hope nothing. So before I make the changes, I think Levi is trying to hold the ball up. Before I make the changes, let's see what's going on here. Trinidad on the attack. Levi on top. A shot that was blocked. So, you know, the defender getting a foot hit, neutralizing the power. So let me make that change. So Philip, I'm trying to pull it up really quickly, folks. I'm seriously multitasking here. Daniel Phillips is coming on for Andre Rampasad. And I'm doing this while on screen, folks. Tell me if I'm doing a good job. I'm trying to make this stream as professional and as pretty as possible for everybody to see. I hope you all are hearing me okay. And so far, so good. So, and the squad list. Phillips' number, and I think some of these squad lists are wrong, and I got this from the TTFA because it says 14. Oh, it's 8, right? Okay, correct. So it's 18. I'm going to change his image. I even have the images, folks. I went all out, you know. So let me know. It's up on the screen now. Is it there? Correct. So people in the live stream, let me know if you're just joining us. Trinidad Tobago in the 70th minute. It's 1-1. Andre Rampasad just coming off. He seemed to have an injury. It's all over. It's a very physical midfield battle. What a turn by Spicer. Down the way, he's in the box, cut back. What a beautiful cutback, folks. If that was on Levi's foot, I am sure that would have been a goal. Spicer playing with some serious fire, getting down the wings there, getting behind, beating his defender. Almost like a EAFC goal online, folks. You know that move. When you go down the wing, cut back, it drives people crazy. We all know that EAFC mode that a lot of people use online. So people, welcome. I'm trying to read. So we have a set piece. There's so much action. I'll read some of the comments afterwards. So Cardines, once again, Trinidad Tobago in the 71st minute. There's a corner from Cardines. A lot of jostling in the box. It's still in the box there. Trinidad fighting Curaçao. Oh, it's a foul. So Curaçao, initially we were winning a lot of the headers from corners, but it seems as if Curaçao are getting the better of us. I see Trimmingham is on the ground holding his thigh. I'm seeing the replay. So Trimmingham colliding. So it wasn't really, an intentional foul. They both colliding. Trimmingham seems to be okay. So initially we were getting some success with the corners, but it seems Curaçao has been able to neutralize that a little bit. So folks, from a tactical perspective, the game has sort of petered off a little bit. Trinidad, I think the coaching staff deserve a little bit of credit here. They brought on Molino. Now Phillips is on for Rampasad, who's injured, and the introduction of Payne, and it has paid dividends in terms of creativity because Curaçao was stifling us in the midfield. And we were able to create some. But then Curaçao, Dick Advocat was able to try to put some aggression on Molino and try to shut him down. So we're seeing a lot of tactical changes here. So I think Curaçao are making a sub here. Trinidad, like I said, it's not the worst result, but I don't see why we shouldn't go for the win. A World Cup place is at stake here, folks. What do you think? We don't attack recklessly. We're in the 73rd minute. I think in terms of adapting to the situation, we did really well. That should have been a penalty. that is interesting, and I think VAR is available. I'm wondering why they didn't look at it. I didn't see the replay properly. So we'll see. So, folks, let me know if you're seeing my formation really well. Curaçao giving the ball away. Trinidad winning. Trying a 1-2. Didn't work. Curaçao so far been trying to neutralize the threat of Molino. Molino not afraid to drop deep and create the ball. Jaren Jackie using his mobility and speed. Ball out wide to Spicer. Unfortunately, it went straight out of play. So, Trinidad, at least they're not panicking and trying to kick the ball out. I see the intent. There was an attempt to play the ball out and get it out to Spicer. We do have to try to get Molino back into the game so we could create some chances in the midfield. I'm seeing Argentina is 2-0 Montiel. TT footballers, Riyadh can't stop eating yam. So Trinidad Tobago has managed to pull one back. And like I said, it's not the worst case scenario. I didn't pull up the table yet to see how it is. The table, wow. So Jamaica is on 9. So I'm guessing they took... so Jamaica is on 9, Curaçao is on 8, Trinidad Tobago 5. As it stands, if we get a win, we will jump 2 points up, which will be 7. And Curaçao, we'll just, that'll be great for us. That's what we need. So... Birmingham doing well to shield the ball. Curaçao trying to apply some pressure and allowing the goal kick. So good job by Birmingham here. He seems to be stretching a lot. I hope his hamstrings are okay. I see his face is kind of grimacing. I hope he's not in difficult. Oh, he's down. I hate in tight games like this if we have to make a substitution for a defender. He doesn't look okay. He's like stretching. Dwight Yorke is kind of gesturing to him what's going on. It seems like he's not okay, folks. Birmingham doesn't look like he's okay. This is huge, folks, because when you bring a centre back in late in the game, he has to get up to speed with the game. So he looks like he's in difficulty. So is he coming off? I'm trying to look at his expression. Is he asking to come off or is he okay? I think if he's not okay, he should come off. Or is it an attempt to kind of give us a breather? Is this strategic, folks? There's a lot of little dynamics that goes on in games, Sometimes players sit down and they try to be dynamic and get some time. So perhaps it was strategic to give Trinidad Tobago a breather. But I'm seeing in the comments here, Payne can move into centre back, and we may have to switch to a back four maybe. Did we use all our subs? I'm not sure. Curaçao forcing a throw in. So I think Andre Raymond just kind of poking it out of play. So the game has Curaçao is trying to creep up into our defensive third here. I'm keeping an eye on Birmingham. I could see even on the screen I'm looking at here, Birmingham is stretching. A lot of these teams have been using the long throw-in. In this particular case, it was a normal throw-in for once. Clearance sometimes, just get the ball out sometimes. Ref, that should be a foul. There was a grab on Levi Garcia. That should have been a foul, and Levi is looking at the ref. I don't like that because it gives momentum to Curaçao. That should have been a foul on Levi Garcia. Curaçao forcing a corner, folks. Forcing a corner. 76th minute. We're close to the final 15 minutes. I don't know how much extra time we'll have. Mark Blaze, I think we could settle for a draw. Lime, I think they were trying to play for the foul. But there is a corner from Curaçao. We're going to have to withhold that pressure. A draw is not the worst result in the world. Of course, we want to win. But, it's a corner here. It's whipped in. Headed out by Trinidad Tobago with an out of danger yet. Curaçao on top of the box. Passing the ball around. Every time they pass the ball around, it gets a little bit nervous. Molino with a slight amount of pressure. And eventually Curaçao giving in much to the... annoyance of the Curaçao players. There was a player out wide. Smith distributing the ball well. Is that Phillip? Perhaps should have done a little bit, but with an unnecessary giveaway. Who was that? Was that... I think Jackie tried to create a good pass, and whoever he was passing the ball to was not paying attention. So we're seeing a substitution. I'm trying to see on screen there who's coming off, so I'm going to have to change the squads again. Who is that? Who is coming on? It is Frederic. First of all, folks, I'm seeing all the comments, and I will get to the comments just now. So I'm guessing he's coming on for Trinningham. So let me make that substitution really quickly. So Trinningham is coming off. And Frederic is coming on. So let's make those changes really quickly. Let's see how good I am at making these changes. Folks, I'm doing the commentary. I'm doing the changes to the graphics. I want this stream to really look really great for you all. And hopefully you all like it. And it's to your liking. I want to have top class stuff for my viewers. So let's do that, folks. Let's do that. So Trinningham is off. So, and Frederic is on. So clearly he had some problems. So folks in the live stream, let me know if you're seeing the formations really well. I don't like when we use a defender this late in the game. I'm trying to update the squads and the images really quickly while we're doing this. I'm really multitasking, folks. I hope you all like what I'm doing. It is quite an interesting game for us. We have to win this game. Curaçao putting some pressure. Trinidad trying to create a counter-attack, but Curaçao is doing well to stop those counter-attacks. Trinidad trying to do a breakaway, but giving away the ball. Curaçao on the attack. They are putting some pressure on us, folks. We're going to have to withstand that amount of pressure because Curaçao want that win. They want that win, folks. Trinidad, Levi doing well to hold the ball up. Is that Levi? I will change the face really soon in the formations. Drawing a foul. How is that not a foul? Did we get that foul? Levi Garcia doing really well to get that foul. I think it is a foul. It is a foul. So I'm going to try to update the image really quickly. So folks, I'm doing a lot of graphics. I'm basically doing the work for a whole media team here, folks. So let's do this. Let's do this. Trinidad has a free kick. Levi Garcia doing well to take pressure off Trinidad Tobago because we were under pressure and get that fall. So we have a free kick. I'm seeing Cardines once again, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just change the image. Folks, I'm even giving you the images of the players as well. I'm trying my best. So let's do that really quickly. Right, so it should be up on the screen there, folks. Trinidad Tobago, 80th minute, 1-1. Trinningham just came off. And it's Cardines whipping it, a direct shot on goal, forcing a save on the keeper. Phillips whipping it back in. So we are forcing problems. It's in the box still. Oh, a shot straight over the bar. Straight over the bar. So there's a lot of people coming in. Andre Marin from Curaçao. Bienvenido, welcome. I don't know. I don't know if you guys are understanding me okay. I know Curaçao is Dutch. Kevin Archibald, this is the goal. Game should, I'm guessing you mean draw. Intan and Sherman, welcome to the live stream. Folks, if you're just joining us while we have a quick break, be sure to like and subscribe. I'm going to ask all of you to like and subscribe. There's a lot of action going on. It's 1-1. We're in the 81st minute. Lots of substitutions and injuries. When you like and subscribe, follow the socials as well. Follow me on social media. Comment on all those images. I'm not just saying that for the sake of doing it. You automatically qualify for a chance to win this jersey. Courtesy the kind folks of Sportway from Mitra, and they will be doing a random draw for all the people who have subscribed, liked, and so on. I will be announcing the winner before the next home game. So be sure to do that, folks. And also a big shout out to Radical Cuts, who gave me a haircut before the game. Listen, honestly, folks, I was really in a mess, and they gave me a nice little thing. And let me know what you think. I mean, we're talking about the game, folks. Streamers, what you think? What you think? I know you're not paying attention to me right now. We're paying attention to the game. And I'm not getting grey because of Trinidad Tobago. I just decided to be crazy and do a nice little hairstyle. So if you're just joining us, we did have a free kick with Cardines with a very good shot on goal. Curaçao with a goal kick here. And it's in the 82nd minute. Frederic came on for Trinningham. Trinningham looked like he was injured. A ball up front. Is it a shot? Almost pulling the trigger, folks, in the box there. But the defender snatching the ball at the last minute. We were not able, I don't know, was that Spicer or Levi? I couldn't see. It happened really quickly to create that chance. Marlon Regis, size L. I will try to get some autographs as well. So we are creating some half chances, but Curaçao doing well to snatch that chance. A long throw up the pitch by Curaçao to try to take some pressure off. Shamara Clark, welcome. Like and subscribe. I really appreciate that. It really helps, folks. If everybody in the stream would drop a like right now and click that little notification bell you see. So whenever we do any new videos and interviews and we do lots of different content, it will pop up. So Trinidad, the ball is in our half. A long ball up front. Spicer trying to get possession. So we are trying different attacking scenarios. Curaçao trying to press. We are resorting to some long balls. Spicer doing well to win the ball here. That should be a foul. Yes, so Spicer using his physicality to try to win the headers and also draw a corner. Much to Curaçao's dismay. So we are in the 84th minute. Nathaniel James is coming on. So I have to make another substitution here, folks. For Spicer. So Nathaniel James is coming on. Let me change this really quickly. Doing the substitutions are very tough, but I'm trying my best. Folks. So Nathaniel James. Let's get him. He's coming on for Spicer in the 84th minute. So Nathaniel James is coming on. I'm going to load him up really quickly. So folks, I am commenting and doing all these graphics, and I hope I'm doing a good job. You can let me know what you think. Cardin's whipping it in. The ball was not cleared properly. I will make the change just now, folks. Hasn't been cleared well by Curaçao. Trinidad drawing another foul, folks. So we are putting some pressure on Curaçao. Frederick drawing the foul. Cardin's about to take the free kick as well. Rampasad has come on for Spicer. I'm seeing some discussions about who's going to take the free kick. So Nathaniel James, number 9, has come on for Spicer. So I'm going to change that really quickly. I'm going to try to do this quickly before the free kick takes place. I will make the graphical change in a few seconds, but the formation should be correct right now. Cardines on top of it right now. Let's see. Would this lead to a goal, folks? Would this lead to a goal? It's in over the bar, folks. Not very good. Not very good. I was expecting a bit more from that. You know, maybe some fatigue is stepping in. Maybe some fatigue is stepping in, folks. So the ball went over the bar there, folks. Not ideal. Not ideal for us. So I'm just going to update Curaçao on top of our box, causing some pressure. Trinidad being able to handle the pressure right now. Curaçao in possession. On the top of our box. This is not what we want right now. Trying to take on Cardines. Cardines doing a good job handling him. A cross in. Headed to safety. We need to calm down and keep pressure. Good. Try to do 1-2. I'm seeing a referee. Is it offside? Okay. So that seems to be okay. So I'm trying to adjust the image really quickly. Doing this is pretty tough. But I will try my best. Curaçao gonna do another long throw in. Hopefully this does not cause us problems. I hope not. Long throw in into the box. Not cleared really well. Curaçao getting a shot, but blocked. And Trinidad under a little bit of pressure here, folks. But we have forced. Is that a throw in for us? It seems like both teams are not sure. When the 87th minute, folks, it's getting really tough. Okay, Curaçao getting a throw. So the pressure's still on us, folks. The pressure is still on us. The formation should be updated on the screen, folks. So, folks, if you're just joining us, we are in the 87th minute. It is 1-1. Trinidad are fighting back. We have made all our substitutions, I think. Everybody in the live stream, let me know what you think, what's going on. If I pause for a few seconds because I'm doing all these lovely graphics, be sure to like and subscribe. 87 minutes. This is not a terrible result for us, but I don't see why we can't go for the win. Nathaniel James has come on for Spicer. Phillips using his physicality to try to calm things down, trying to release. Is that Levi on the wings? Doing really well, getting past his players. That should be a yellow card and a foul on top of the box. Excellent work from Levi Garcia, folks. He was able to not only physically hold off his player, but almost get into the box, forcing a dangerous foul that could have been a penalty. It could have been a penalty. He was on the wing. He was isolated. What a player Levi Garcia is. Physically strong. Getting past the double team on the wide position by Curaçao and then forcing a foul. If he did not do that foul, it was 1v1. A free kick just on top of the box, folks. Nathaniel is very good at free kicks. You know, Dante Sealy is off. I'm guessing Spicer. I'm seeing Nathaniel James is good at free kicks. And Cardines. So is he going to take a direct shot on goal like he did earlier? Or are they going to swing it in and try to get a header? We're seeing Payne, Molino, all those guys in there. To me, it looks as if... Okay, Cardines is going to swing it in. Direct shot on goal. Ooh, straight at the keeper. Straight at the keeper. I'm seeing somebody complaining in the box for a potential foul. I would have loved if that was a goal. We need to make sure it's a good thing. If Curaçao crossed that ball in immediately, it would have been a free shot on goal. Trinidad needs to maintain their concentration and composure to not concede a second goal, which would be a disaster right now. Curaçao out wide, taking on Payne 1v1. Excellent assistance there by good defense. They are claiming a handball, but it's not. Come on, that's ridiculous. But I can understand why they're calling for that. Jeremy Salvary, welcome. Folks, don't forget to subscribe. Hendrik Plantin, thanks for subscribing. We have 3 minutes extra time, folks. A surging run by Raymond. Out Nathaniel James, who's out wide. 2 players on him. He's by himself. He did try to get the ball in, but he was closed off. Nathaniel, you know, he was isolated there. So we have to be very clever, folks. Is that a foul? Oof, forcing a foul. A little bit of a petulance there. Henry doing a strategic foul. Dexter Francis. Is that Dexter Francis who I used to play football with in Petrotrin from the strike squad? Is that you? I hope so. If that is the same Dexter Francis. If not, welcome anyway. Kutan Charles, everybody else, welcome to the live stream. Curaçao, you know, forcing, we tried to stop a breakaway with, I keep saying Ori, which is correct. Henry stopping a breakaway. Curaçao with a long ball into the box. We need to clear this properly. So far, so good, but it's at the top of the box. Not fully cleared yet. We're not out of danger. I think it's Molino with a clearance. Safety first clearance. Levi up front. Cardines in possession. Doing really well. Low cross in. You know, he didn't have much options. I was hoping somebody would have supported him in the midfield there. A low cross that was well dealt with by Curaçao. Cardines has been running all game like a machine. So, you know, fatigue-wise. Curaçao on top of the box, whipping the ball out wide. Thankfully, it was not a great pass. That would have been a dangerous 1v1 for us. So Curaçao, Trinidad trying to pass the ball out the back. Curaçao trying to pressure us. The ball, that should be a foul on Kevin Molino, but the referee said played on. I guess he's playing advantage, if it seems that way. Damian Headley, a draw would be good. I guess that's for the Reggae boys. Andre Raymond being forced back, so we're not getting... Will we be able to create... I'm seeing a lot of frustration because Curaçao won the points as well, folks. It's not an ideal result for Curaçao. It's okay for Trinidad Tobago. I think maybe Curaçao... Can we maybe be able to create one more shot without jeopardizing and conceding a second goal? I think getting a draw away from home is not the worst result in the world. It's not the worst result in the world. We'll have to require a lot of teams and a lot of things that are out of our control to go our way. Yorke is gesturing for his team to push up. Cardines, Yorke wants the team to go for the win, and I don't blame him. You know, go big or go home, I guess. We'll work out the scenarios afterwards. Cardines whipping it in. A bit of a nice flick there. Is that a penalty claim? Or is it a corner? Trinidad Tobago players are claiming for a penalty. Payne is looking to the ref, indicating there is a handball. I don't understand why. Don't we have VAR in these qualifiers? That looks like a foul, folks. I am looking at the replay. I have seen penalties given for those. Not even a VAR look. That is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. That is ridiculous. That should have been at least looked at by VAR. Is it available? I thought it was available, folks, for these qualifiers. We thought it was a corner, but it's a throw-in. That is pretty much a last play of the game. Cardines is going to throw it in. Can we make something? I don't understand. Did the ref blow the whistle while the ball was in midair? That is some very dodgy officiating, folks. Because before the throw-in, there was a potential... that should have been a VAR check. And I don't know why it wasn't even looked at. Cardines throws the ball in. It went straight to Levi Garcia and the whistle was blown. Why was the whistle blown? The game is done. Folks, that officiating at the end was very dubious. It's 1-1 to Trinidad and Tobago. I felt as if we did okay. We could have stopped that last goal. Let me stop my clock really quickly. So it is now 1-1 Trinidad and Tobago, folks. Yorke is all smiles. Like I said, it's not the ideal scenario, folks. A goal from Spicer in the second half. We conceded a goal. I felt as if that call at the end, folks, that is very contentious. I would love to know the reason why VAR was not used there. And it was not used at all in the game. I don't know what's the reason for that. We always get those 50-50 calls not in our favor. I think that was a legitimate foul. I saw the replay. Payne was pulled. And he claims it was also a handball as well. So I'm going to pull up the stats for this game. So Trinidad and Tobago getting 18 shots on goal, and we will get some SofaScore stats at the end of the game. 7 shots on target. We did hit the bar a few times. And according to this, Curaçao only got 1 on target. They got 9 shots. Possession 52. Overall, not bad. The result isn't what we wanted. But let me pull up the table really quickly. So as it stands, folks, Trinidad and Tobago are on 5 points. Curaçao are on 8. Jamaica on 9. Now, how valuable those 9 points are going to be? I'm trying to pull up my background behind here. Those 3 points that we dropped would have been so valuable now, but those are what ifs. So Jamaica is winning 3-0 right now. As expected, no disrespect to Bermuda. And, so they're going to essentially... The last 2 games are going to be very crucial for us because we're going to have to play Jamaica at home and we're going to have to play Bermuda at home. So we're going to have to get our win against Bermuda at home. We're going to have to get a result against Jamaica at home. So I'm trying to look at the positives and we're going to have to hope Curaçao loses their next game. So that way we can leapfrog. So Trinidad has to play Jamaica and Bermuda. And I think Curaçao has to play Jamaica again. So we have to hope the Reggae Boys do us a favor and beat Curaçao. Wow. Like I said, it's not the worst result. I think if we did not lose that first game, I would have been very happy with this result. Folks, I'm a little bit tired. I have been, drinking a lot of fluid during this game. It's been a lot of people. And folks, if you're just joining us and you're just joining in the live stream,
This is a reminder from
my Alexa just came on. She's upset. Alexa, stop. That's my Alexa, folks. So if you're just joining us, folks, there's a lot of comments in here. I can't respond to them all.
Sorry,
Alexa,
I'm having trouble. Please.
stop. So, folks, she came on and started playing. Had to tell her stop. Can't say her name because she'll come back on. So financial history, we will help you with that. I'm trying to catch up with the comments. Marlon Regis, this was real vibes. I hope you all enjoyed the live stream, folks. I tried to make this as classy as possible. You have the comments here, you have the formations here. I updated it with the images and so on. The shot clock information, news underneath that is updated as much as possible. And you could follow us on the socials and so on. And I saw that we had a lot of people from Curaçao. I really appreciate that. Welcome. Jamaica, welcome. Bermuda, welcome. Europe, welcome. Trinidad and Tobago, of course. Trinbagonians, welcome. Canada, United States. I really appreciate the support for the streams and so on. It is a lot of work, and when you all do this, I want to ask you all this before we start talking about the game. I'll usually spend 10 minutes after the game talking about the game. And let me know in the live stream if you all want me to do a reaction. Usually I wait until the next day and Andre and I catch our breath to do a quick reaction to the game and what I think. I usually get stats from SofaScore who give us statistics. We do a lot of analysis here. I know people like to talk. There's a lot of podcasts out there, which is great. You could check them out. Scully, the Biased podcast, is that what it is? I can't remember right now. You know, all these guys are great. You can check them out. They're doing their watch along as well. So folks, be sure to drop your likes, subscribe to the channel, click the little notification bell, because when you do that, you automatically qualify for a chance to win this jersey in our draw, which we'll do before the next home game. It's from Sportway, from Mitra, from Sportway. So I'd like to say a special thank you for them. It was very difficult to get these. It's a large, I think. What size is it? Oh, it's massive. It's an XL. But this is all we could have gotten, folks. So, I mean, you could get some autographs, put it up there. And, you know, keep subscribing and liking. Because I'm not just saying that because, you know, I want you all to do it. It helps the channel. It helps me to continue to do what I do. There's a lot of interesting content on EXTV Media, not just the live streams. We have our match previews, match reactions you could check out. We have Kenwin Jones. Sometimes they come in studio. And, you know, you all could interact with these people. Kenwin Jones, Shaka Hissab, whoever else. And we could bring some guests in there. Should do that. Everybody, I'd like to say I'm seeing a lot of comments in here. There's a lot of comments. And I try to answer them all. And I really appreciate this stream. Like I said, folks, so everybody who's watching the stream right now, I would love for you to please subscribe right now. And of course, you know, you can check out extvmedia.com, which is our website. We have a lot of interesting, it's not just news, we give our take on, you know, football, of course, cricket, and also, you know, esports as well, esport content. I'll be doing a lot of streaming. Folks, a lot of people have been asking me to do a watch along to this, which is the World Cup 2006 game on PC. Let me know what you think. Check it out here. I think that's Claudio Reina. And I actually don't know who is that from Mexico. Who is that from Mexico? Let me know. I don't know. So I will be doing that in between until the next qualifier comes along. So you could check that out, folks. And of course, you could support the channel. I think there's an option where you could go to the merch store and buy merchandise. If it's not here right now, I'll put a link when this video is done and you all could check it out. You can order from all over the planet. It comes to you and it helps me continue to fund this channel. So, I'm going to read some of the comments here. I'm going to go backwards. Eric Lewis, the disappointing thing is Curaçao didn't play well. They played better against Jamaica. Yeah, correct. Correct. You know, we probably could have snatched a result in this game. Lime, I guess you're having a conversation with Ron Julian. Straw Hat Luffy, welcome. Curaçao has to draw against Bermuda. And Jamaica and Curaçao has to draw. And we have to win our 2 games in November. Do the maths. Then we qualify. Okay, if that's the scenario. So Curaçao has to play Bermuda and Jamaica. I mean, a good option is if Jamaica beats Curaçao. I mean, you know, a draw would be ideal. Bermuda is going to have to do us a favor, I guess. Which is what happens when we didn't win these games. We have to depend on these other teams. So I'm looking at the stats. 18 shots. I mentioned this already. They had 1 on target. 1 on target. Isn't that crazy? And it was avoidable. So as it stands, Jamaica 9, Curaçao 8, Trinidad Tobago 5, Bermuda 0. So Bermuda just it's 3-0 to Jamaica. So we're not eliminated, in case you're wondering, folks. We're not eliminated. I know it doesn't really help. It's just we need a lot of results to go in our favor, and we need to win our last games. And folks, as I say, once it's mathematically possible, it's possible. There's no reason to give up. No reason to give up. If we can do it still, we can. Ideally, we need some results to go our way. We need to get those results. And like I said, it's all in our hands. A win would have been perfect. A draw is not the worst result in the world. So, you know, I'm grasping at the mathematical straws here. I know complain about the pitch, but a draw on here feels like a win. Yes, honestly, if we won that first game, we would have been in such a great position. And I think if you take away the context, which is the World Cup qualifying, out of this conversation, I think considering it's an away game, we did well. And I am seeing some improvements with this team. And I have to say, while it was not the best result, I was very impressed with the physical fitness of the players. That's the first thing, and I will talk about this in my match reaction. And the tactical reaction by Dwight Yorke to bring on Molino and Payne in the second half when, you know, the formation of Molikan and Dante Sealy was not working. He made the changes. Molino made a difference, folks. I know some people criticize Molino, but he made a massive difference in this game. Being able to create and force some chances. We created a lot of chances. That dubious call in the end there that VAR did not look at. I don't understand why. We always get those dubious calls, and I hate that. You could let me know what you think about that, folks. Shamar Clark, welcome. Welcome again. Remember to like, share, comment. I really appreciate the support from Jamaica, Curaçao. Everybody has been very respectful in here and supporting your team, which is okay. I appreciate the support from Jamaica, Curaçao, Bermuda. I saw Aruba as well in there. Paris, Europe, somewhere in Europe. I couldn't really see that. There was a lot. The UK as well from Getmore and everybody else. Everybody who's in there, let me know what you think about the stream. I really tried to improve it and make it as nice as possible with my cool hairstyle. I tried this out. I'd like to say a special shout out, Radical Cuts. They gave me a haircut, folks. I know it's off topic. I'm not much of a, I don't do much of those things, but, it's a little bit different. But back to that, Orion Hernandez, blessings. I know those players' feet are dying. Yes, that AstroTurf is not fun. I played football on that, and it's okay. But if you're not used to it, it's a problem. Caribbean, you want a draw away, but want to win at home, which is why people were saying the draw TT Curaçao was not bad. Like I said, we're not in the worst situation ever. To me, once we have a mathematical chance, we should believe in Trinidad and Tobago. That draw is haunting us. Yes, I have said this before. I really would have loved us to have gotten that win at home, and that would have made a big difference. We'd have had 3 extra points right now. We'd have been on 8 points, and massive difference. Fax, Kingsley Ledge from Lime. Mustafa, we gave away the ball too many times. That is a problem. And yes, we're going to have to work on that. We did have some pressure, but it's good to see we could handle the away games well, reasonably well. It's not perfect. I'm not saying the game was perfect. There's some things that have to be worked on. But what I liked was the team's ability to adapt. I saw that's a problem we used to have in the past. I saw some improvement with Angus Eve with that, and now I'm seeing it's carrying over to Dwight Yorke. So it's good to see that continuity as well. With this team, I think Yorke has very specific solutions in mind, which I really like. And, I saw a lot of positives, and we'll talk about that in the match reaction. Do you all want me to do a reaction tonight? I'm usually very tired, but I usually do a reaction video afterwards with Andre, but you could let me know. A. Smith, welcome. It's San Diego, Cali, Trini to the bone. Welcome, Smith. And I appreciate the support from all over the planet. Let me know where you're watching the game. I know a lot of people have been trying to watch the game. Not where you're from, but where you're watching the game. Lime, all bias aside, I do believe we can beat Jamaica at home. Away is different, and we still showed fight. Yes. I think we reacted really well. A lot of times we would have collapsed and possibly conceded a second goal, and I think the team did well. There were some giveaways that Yorke is going to have to look at that put some pressure on us. The goal that was scored was, I think, was a very avoidable. The cross should have been stopped, and the clearance should have been a little better by Cardines. But overall, outside that, Cardines played really well. I was impressed with Jaren Jackie's attacking runs out of the defense. So yeah, Trev, yes, do a reaction tonight. Okay, so I will catch my breath and do a reaction in a little while. I will get some stats from SofaScore and do a quick reaction. I'll keep it short, and if you want, I could have Andre and maybe Kenwin Jones on to do the reaction. Janita Blase, am I pronouncing that correctly? Welcome from St. Lucia. I really appreciate the love from all around the Caribbean. That shows you how Caribbean people, even though we have our rivalry, we all get along really well. I have a lot of friends in St. Lucia, so I love St. Lucia. Tyrone Flores. Most we can finish on is 11 points. First is going to finish on 12 at least. So yes, we are playing for second place. Once we did not get the win tonight, folks, we are fighting for second place, which that's a whole other scenario, because then we have to play in the playoff spot. And folks, we are not playing Bahrain. And with all due respect to Bahrain, even Bahrain is really good now. We're going to have to, I think, a South American team. It's going to be tough. That's going to be tough. But that's where we are right now. So Curtin Charles, that game versus Jamaica was unfortunate in Kingston. Yeah, the away games are always going to be tough. I think the first game where we drew is the one that's really hurting us right now. Kwame Carrera, From Brooklyn. What's up from Brooklyn, New York? I have a lot of friends in Brooklyn, family in New York. So welcome. Welcome Niall Collins. Folks, don't forget to like and subscribe. I will mention that a couple more times before we go on why. It's over. We are not going to the 2026 World Cup. Dick Advocat is a tactically better than Yorke and has more experience in club and international football. Niall, it's not over. We mathematically do have a chance. Dick Advocat is a very, very good coach. I'm a huge fan. I got a nice picture with him on my Instagram. Be sure to follow me there, folks. Follow me on all the socials. You can follow me on Instagram at Andre Sokdal, which is my name. I think Yorke, being a young coach, did well in this game. Like I said, it's not perfect, but I think they adjusted to the changes because Dick Advocat made some changes that caused us some problems in the second half. Curaçao was neutralizing our middle, and they were able to make the right decisions at halftime. Bringing on Molino Molino and Payne gave us back the ability to have some control in midfield and caused us to get the equalizer. But I understand what you're saying. Niall Collins, let me know where you're from. Shamar Clark, Caribbean is the best. Yes, we are. Tooting my horn. Tyrone Flores, if we get players with a granny act, it will definitely be for the playoff. But let's look at the possible teams we can play there. Not sure who the teams possibly are. So I think from South America, we may be playing Bolivia. And folks, any team from South America is difficult. So, we'll deal with that bridge when we get to it. Jamaica and Trinidad Tobago are the best Caribbean rivals. Yes, there's a healthy rivalry with everyone. Marlon Regis, Brooklyn, Trinidad. Okay. Mustafa Abdul, have to leave now, folks. Mustafa, it's been a great. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, share the live stream with people who missed it so they can check it out. Give me your thoughts, comments, and suggestions. What you think about the stream, the setup. Each stream, I don't know if you noticed, folks, but I do try to make each stream a little bit better with a lot more information. Where you could see, the comments, the formations, the live scores, everything that's going on. News updated, you could check that out. What that situation with Central FC and so on. And Terry Fennick. So Shamar Clark, Jamaica will do TNT a favor. That would be great. I would love to see that. So we'll have the next set of games. I am torn, folks, because usually I go to the game, but I may send some of my crew to the game and do the live stream here. I usually do post-match press conferences and so on. I may possibly do a solution where I may set up a temporary studio near to the stadium so I could do my post-match interviews afterwards, because I usually go to the games. But I definitely, I can't abandon you all. You all have been so loyal and supportive of the stream. I'm going to have to do that. So Trev, Yorke for his age is doing well. Yeah, I think so. Yorke has been fighting for this opportunity. It has been well documented. He wanted these positions and his reasons why he didn't get it. So I think it's been great so far. Mark Blaze, Curaçao has to lose to Jamaica. They may draw. I hope Jamaica beats them and makes it easier for us to kind of get in there. So Jamaica, we'll be counting on you guys. No Concacaf team beating any South American team right now. Venezuela will, I think it's Bolivia in the playoff spot if I'm not mistaken. Venezuela got snatched by them. Venezuela had their chance to make it to their first World Cup. It's tough for them because they have to play every qualifier: Brazil, Argentina, Uruguay. They're a tough team. I always wondered why Trinidad and Tobago don't play more friendlies against Venezuela. I've always suggested that. It's just me. TT need to make sense in the final third. Trev. Yep. They are improving, but yes, I agree. Damian, River, Oliver, Cleone. They had home advantage plus 2 for Stricky. Yep. I think with all things considered, if you take the context out of the World Cup qualifiers, getting a draw to Curaçao was good, and the thing is, we could have gotten a win. CL, Shalul Shakur Ben. Yeah, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. I love that draw. Jamaica. Welcome from Jamaica. We have a lot of Jamaicans in here. CL Jacob, greetings from Ottawa, Ontario. Nice. What's the weather like there right now? Is it very cold? Is it warm? I have a lot of family spread out all over Canada. I'll have to visit them soon. Not in Ontario, though. I don't think so. It's mostly Winnipeg and Toronto. Andre Bowen, greetings from Canada. If we cannot beat these teams, how do we expect? Correct. And as Andre Samuel and I said in our match preview, if you want to check that out, it will be on the YouTube channel. So be sure to like and subscribe. Folks, keep subscribing. Micah Fields, Kazim Khan, Richard Pang. All of you all have been subscribing. Eva, I want to read out the subscribers. Let's see really quickly. Clifton Morrison. All these people, I like to say thank you for subscribing, and the streams that has been doing really well. It helps the channel. We have a EXTV merch store, folks. That this helps fund the channel and continues to do things. And you all have been motivating me to do it. It's a bunch of cool EXTV merchandise. I'll put in the link in the description below when I'm done. And it delivers from the entire planet. It's actually easy to get it in the States, so it really helps the channel when you do that. And also head over to extvmedia.com. Click the notification bell. Be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps, folks. It really helps. So I'm going to read some comments here. And also, I'm going to mention to the people, if you haven't known this yet, when you like, subscribe, comment, follow all the socials, follow me, and actively comment. It helps your chance to win this, folks. It's an XL given to me by Sportway. The kind folks of Sportway. They have a really great store in Gulf City with all your sporting needs. I've been shopping from them since I was a teenager. I get everything you need. They always have quality products, especially if you're a football person. Great stuff. So when you do all these things, you automatically qualify. And I will do a draw for the winner before the first home game in Trinidad Tobago. So, yep. So I'm reading some comments here. Andre, I'm back in the house. Oh, there's a lot of Andres. Andre, where are you from? Which Andre is it? CL Jacob, it's kind of mild right now. Okay, yes. Whew. Okay, that's not too bad. Rising up, Trinidad Tobago does give up too many chances and space, letting the team run to them. Yes, we have to work on that. Lime, Toronto is fairly cool, still warm. Lime, are you from Toronto? I didn't know that. Interesting. Singh, Yorke needs to go. He has not proven to be any better than... I know, a lot of comments coming in. He hasn't... Where did a comment go? Any better than our local coaches? I think he's okay. We could agree to disagree there. But Singh, let me know why you think that. I really appreciate that. Jonathan Chayu, why was the VR... correct. I absolutely am going to talk about that in my reaction about VAR not being used. Lime, here comes the experts. But, I think VAR, there was a foul and it should have been looked at. Micah Musan, blessings, improvement is a key, correct. Welcome to the live stream. Marlon Regis, Jamaicans all over the place, correct. One right here to me, telling me I set a ras. Damian River Oliver, welcome. Trinidad team as of this game has improved compared to how we played against the USA. Yes, I think I have seen some improvement. I have, and we will discuss that further on. Smith, not the result we wanted, but we have bad luck with the refs. VAR was used 3 times in the Jamaica game, but not once. Yes, and I've said this throughout all our qualifiers throughout time. We always get the more negative side of 50-50 calls. That should have been looked at. It was not even looked at. That's crazy. And sometimes we have Central American refs who are in a lot of ways are rivals to us. And sometimes we do see a little bit of bias. And I am saying that. I've seen it many times. I've seen a clear onside goal by Jovan Jones in one of our qualifiers and many other calls just completely ignored. These things affect our results. It could have easily been a 2-1 victory for us. That's crazy. Clinton Allen, anytime you have doubt about a starting 11, it tells us about what the result is. Rondell, Jonathan, that looked like a cleat penalty too. Yes, correct. And even the throw-in, the whistle, the ref was blowing, and I saw the replay. I'm going to look back at the replays. I didn't see anything that was wrong. Yorke is getting the most out of these players. I think he's doing okay. So there's a lot of comments. Rondell, rising up, Trinidad, lucky. The colors are black. I guess you're assuming the uniform. To be fair, the team is almost different to when we played USA. True. We're seeing Dwight Yorke's team. All the games we have won under Dwight Yorke are lower ranked teams. I can't argue that. But this was not a bad result, but it's not ideal. We would have liked to have won. We need to wear those black kits again. Correct. I know there's a lot of discussion goes behind. I worked on the women's team, and you have to ensure there's no kit clashing and things like that. I think we could have played with the black kit tonight. It would have been okay. Please tell me what results we have gotten to show our improvement. Our mindset as a football nation needs to change. This is probably the last question I'll answer before I go, because I want to do the reaction for you all. Dwight Yorke. The results have not been perfect. However, I've seen our ability to handle games, get an improvement in our defense and our ability to be more proactive in games a bit higher. We did draw against Curaçao, which is a very tough team. It's not ideal. I'm not saying it's perfect, but I'm seeing little improvements in defense. We are not just a park the bus team anymore that sits down and reacts. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. And we are creating a lot of chances. And unfortunately, the results don't really reflect that sometimes in some of these games. I think even in the Jamaica game, a lot of people thought we were going to get mauled in that game. It's not perfect. I'm not going to pretend it's perfect, but I am seeing improvements. But it's a good question thing. And it's okay to ask these questions. It's not okay to just praise all the time. It's good to ask questions, and that's okay. I respect that thing. So Curtin Charles, that Jovan Jones goal, did have VR to back it up. Curtin, that game, that Jovan Jones goal I'm talking about was way back before VAR. We were against Mexico. We could have won that game 1-0, and he was at least 2-3 meters onside. There was actually memes about that. So Dwight, Yorke, Ron, Julian. We can cry about a VR call, but Trinidad didn't take their chances. Goals wins matches. I am angry about a VR call, and yes, we did create some chances. I guess we should have won. So, bro, we lost against the worst Curaçao team in the Nations League, 5-2 under Angus, and people asking what improvements. I'm seeing the improvements, and we could talk about that in our reaction video, folks. I usually do pre-recorded reactions, but I see a lot of you all are joining in. So before I go, folks, I'm going to put something out to everybody here. Two things. I will be doing a reaction in a little while. I just have to get some stats and catch my breath a little bit. And also, we will be doing a live weekly EXTV show where we'll cover topics, not just World Cup qualifiers, but, local content. We'll try to keep it about 30 minutes. And, it will be scheduled once a week. I don't want to overcommit. If I can do more shows, I can. And we will do it at a specific time every week. We'll have the topics, and of course you all could be live and give your questions, and we could also have a Q&A segment as well. So we could have the topics and also a Q&A segment. We'll probably have guests. We had Kenwin Jones in the studio here a couple of weeks ago, and it was very relaxed, and maybe play some games. So let me know what you think about that. That's something we'll probably start doing from next week. And I will probably put announcements on what day you all think will be great. Would you all prefer it, later in the evenings, at night, people all over? Let me know what you think. So, folks, let me know what you think about that. So, with that being said, folks, we'll be doing a reaction in a little while. I'm going to catch my breath. I really appreciate the support, folks. And we could talk about this game a lot. We're going to have a lot of discussions. I'm going to end this off with Trinidad Tobago is now in third position right now with 5 points. Curaçao with 8 points. Jamaica 9 points. The game ended 1-1 with Spicer equalizing in the second half, sorry. And I don't know why I can't remember the goal scorer for Curaçao. Let me pull it up very quickly on my list here. Where is it? The goal was from Kenji Gore in the 19th minute, and it was a very avoidable goal. So, folks, let me know what you think about an EXTV live episode every week, where we talk about not just World Cup qualifiers, but local football and even international football if required. It's fully engaging. We'll be having that with some topics, maybe 30 minutes once every week. And, if time permits, I could even do a Q&A segment every week. And if there's topics, the good thing is you could let me know if there's a topic I missed. I can't cover everything, but we can discuss as much as possible. So I'm seeing a lot of people. Kenny from Morva, Trinidad, welcome. Yorke needs more time to accomplish what he went there to do. Correct. Ven. Everybody else. Everybody let me know what you think about that idea. So with that being said, folks, before I leave, I would love that everybody in the live stream like, subscribe, click the notification bell, and also follow all these socials here. Head over also to extvmedia.com if you want to follow me on my social medias, Andre Soklal, on Instagram and on Twitter as well. And when you do that, you automatically qualify a chance to win this jersey, which I got from Sportway from Mitra. It's an extra large, but I did promise a jersey at the beginning when I first started doing these streams. So you automatically qualify for this. I'll leave it in the bag. I may get some autographs as well. I mentioned this multiple times in the video. And also, I will announce the winner before the next home game, so I could give it to whoever the winner is. And I'm trying to figure out if I will do a live stream for that game, because I usually go to the games. I may figure out a solution where I could probably do the live stream near to the stadium, because I do post-match press conferences, folks. But you guys have been great. The community has been great. And also, a lot of people have been asking me to play. This is the World Cup 2006 official PC game As you can see here, there's Claudia Arena, and I don't know who that Mexican is. Where we could do a watch along, and maybe Kenwin will join us, and I'll play that. And those of you who are into that, I will be playing that when I get a chance. So, folks, it's been an absolute pleasure, folks. Absolute pleasure. Drop those likes, subscribe while you're here, and continue to support the channel. It really helps. We do have a merch store for those of you who'd like to support EXTV. I'll put a link. It's not here right now, but I'll put a link in the comment section when this is done. It has merchandise, hoodies. It's delivered all over the planet. It's actually easy for people outside Trinidad Tobago to get it. It really helps the channel, and you could really help support me to continue to do this and give you all the best quality strains possible. We have developed a really great community, and I'd like to continue to do this. So, with that being said, folks, I will end this by saying we'll be doing a reaction soon. Look out for that. A lot of you have been asking for that. I'm going to catch my breath. I'm really hungry. I'm going to take a break, put together that. I'll probably do a reaction to the game. I know those other guys will be doing their games as well. And share this with your friends and continue to support. We have those home games coming up, and any other topics you want to talk about. So it's been an absolute pleasure, folks. Thank you so much. And I think I'm going to hydrate and eat some Trinidad and Tobago food right now. So, folks, it's not the ideal result. We'll talk about it more, and the reaction will be a live reaction. Sometimes I do pre-record it, but you all could join in. And when I announce the weekly show, I will let you all know, folks. So stay tuned on all our social media, and we'll try to do more giveaways. And as more partners get involved and support, we can do more giveaways as well. So with that being said, folks, this is Andre Soklal of EXTV. Thank you for watching, and we're going to sign out right now.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching Extra Time TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe.